what is on my agenda for this afternoon?
Professor Hanneman, may I have a moment of your time?
Ah, it's you. Very well. I am quite busy, but if you are here to discuss my crest research, I would be happy to oblige.
I'll pass on that offer. I'm just hoping you'll explain something to me.
Oh, I doubt if I have anything of particular interest to share.
Why did you abandon your noble standing in the Empire? And don't say it was for your crest research. There are institutes for that within the Empire. You could easily have remained a noble and still been able to visit Garreg Mach, or request the cooperation of the Church.
Certainly that was an option, but I desired a better research environment. Treasures and holy artifacts reside here that cannot be examined by someone outside the Church. I required access to those things, no matter the cost.
But surely your noble status would have allowed you greater funding and resources. Even secrets of the Kingdom and the Alliance would have been easier to obtain as a noble of the Empire.
What you say is true. I cannot deny that. Both paths have advantages and disadvantages.
I see you're unwilling to be forthcoming on that topic.
I don't know what you mean.
I've heard that you used to enthusiastically research crests for the Empire. You abandoned the Empire, yet retained your focus on crest research. I just wanted to know why.
I feel your suspicions of me are unwarranted. I haven't the time now, but perhaps I will tell you more if the opportunity arises.
Yeah, hopefully chat's a little resolved. So I think this chapter might be, well, a potential negative, but also something I've been waiting for a few days now. So let's go explore, see what happens. I can't hear Sothis' voice anymore. No! Sothis! Sothis. Okay, if you can hear me, Sothis, I guess you can't actually interact with me in any way, so, you're cool, Sothis, and I'm sorry that you're kind of dead, but not really. Can you fix my sleeves, Sothis? These have been bugging me for almost a year now. It's been pretty terrible, really. If I'm just being honest.
Impressive.
We're actually not blonde. We're light green. We're basically divine. Sorry. Exactly, Bio. Thank you. Someone finally understands. So obviously we're not talking to anyone anymore. Talking to NPCs sucks. Nobody wants to talk to NPCs. I'm just kidding. We're doing something else. I'm thinking about doing things in a slightly different order this month, just to try and be more efficient about it. So that's what we're doing. That's kind of the direction we're going in. The idea is to basically make 2 passes of the whole zone, and only 2. So we'll see how this works out. Especially at this point, where I'm pretty sure we're going to hit the time skip basically very soon, either next, beginning of the next chapter or at the end of the next chapter. So, got to maximize what we have left here. Random bit of good news for the day.
This eating.
So my stepmother has been doing exceptionally badly. I've known about this for a few days now, and it's kind of been on my mind. But it looks like the treatment that she started a couple of days ago is actually working. thank God. She was having what I like to call debilitating pain, which is exactly what it sounds like. It's when you basically stop being able to function properly because of how much pain you're in. So I'm glad that's not happening anymore, put simply. It was something to do with her hip. I haven't gotten specifics yet. Today's the first day they've, I've been trying not to bug them, basically. But today's the first day they got a hold of me and was like, the treatment's working, the stretches are working. It looks like it's a non-surgery requiring issue. She's still going to hit the doctor again tomorrow, I guess, at this point. But, yeah. The suspicion was she had something that was pinched, or that she's just, there's no nice way to put this, that she's just out of shape. She doesn't move a lot. And so she's on a whole regime right now of stretches and exercises. Very light exercise, obviously, but trying to get her muscles moving and her joints moving and stretch out the ligaments. And like I said, apparently it is working. For a while there, she couldn't sleep because of how much pain she was in. And as you might imagine, I sympathize with that quite a bit, because I have been there. Oh my god. Oh. Maybe... I'm looking for a Petra Bernadetta combo, if you're wondering what the hell I'm doing. Assuming such a thing exists, it might not. This is kind of irritating. It just occurred to me. Again, it's that min-maxing problem I mentioned earlier. Okay, so there are none. Great. Well, there's a secondary combo I would like, but that means I gotta start over again. There we go. Edelgard and Dorothea. Oh no, I feel you, Bio. I mostly mention it because I've heard some people who are very pro or very anti-localization without acknowledging, case by case, like I was saying. As I like to say, just because it's the original doesn't make it good. But, obviously I do get your point. Like, I really do. Okay, Hold up. So let's go... There it is. Let's actually get that off the bar for the moment.
Professor!
Yeah, the big example I like to point to is Kafka. I mean, granted, I'm biased. It's my favorite game, and he's among my favorite villains of all time. But Kafka really was made into a character by Woolsey. Now, let's just be honest about that. He was a different character in the original.
Professor!
And I would say a much, much simpler character in the original. Earthbound would probably be another good example of a game where I feel the localization helped.
Oh.
Although it's almost an unfair example, but whatever.
You there.
Oh wow, who girl? Moody, as they say. The little one used to get like that every now and again. Just everything would set her off, and there was nothing else for it. I'm pretty sure I know some adults who get like that too, if we're being honest. You know, this is going to sound like a strange statement, but I kind of wish this explore section didn't exist. I don't mean like the content itself didn't exist. I mean specifically the running around part. I know that sounds strange since, you know, it could have been menu driven and that would probably be a lot more boring. But I feel like a lot of this specifically running around part is basically just straight padding. I'm probably also biased because, and I don't know if you guys can really notice, but the game lags a bit during these sections. Like, it's really obvious to me because my run speed changes, and I can feel it changing. Because it's, like, there, you just see it kind of stall for half a second there? That's it loading the next area. Yeah, the game was clearly not made for this kind of gameplay, and it shows. Don't mistake me, though. Like, I like the idea, but imagine for a second if, okay, new month rolls around. At the beginning of the month, plonk, all of the lost items are dropped onto you. Now, I don't know if you really catch what I mean by that, but I like the idea that the lost items are, let's call it doled out, at a way to kind of control the rate of support gain. Now, I still don't think support grinding should be a thing. But again, imagine if the support gain was a controlled variable. In other words, you get so many lost items and so many gifts per month, and so you have like an average amount of increase, right? And yeah, they're just brought to you, and then you're like, huh, okay, this might be going to such and such, or whatever. Or you could just put them out on a menu or something in order to expedite. Because in case you're missing it, what I'm basically doing right now is running around getting all the lost items. This is pass number 1. Pass number 2 will involve actually giving the lost items out, because I do want as much rep with everyone as I can to get all the support combos, and actually seeing what everyone has to say this time around.
Well, I'll be.
In fact, it would be kind of neat in its own way. I mean, they could do little stuff with that, like little tidbits. Say Ferdinand, let me use a direct example. Say Ferdinand, whoops. There we go. Decided to reach out to us and was like, hey, I just found this and I'm not sure what's going on with it. I think it might be Mercedes's? I don't know. And you could be like, why do you think it's Mercedes's? Well, she once mentioned such and such. It could basically be a scene about Mercedes from Ferdinand's perspective as we're talking to him. And then, of course, we have the item and we can give it to her. Yeah, just little stuff like that. Little fleshing out moments. They could also serve as gameplay hints for the people who have cross-house supports. Because Ferdinand and Mercedes are from different houses. You know, just, I don't know, spitballing at this point. I think we'll go ahead and talk to her while we're here. Well, not yet, not yet. Not yet. It's over here first.
Really?
That would be interesting, Cloud of the Stars, if that's true.
Excuse me.
I'll check it in just a second, Dakota. Don't worry. I've been wanting to. Okay, so now we're going to start our second pass-through.
Ah, it is you. I am sorry, but I have a lot on my mind. I would prefer to be alone right now.
Well...
I'm sorry to... I'm sorry... Yes, this...
Fishing rod? Really?
Yes.
And the quill. The snapped quill, specifically. I suppose that's true, Bregwin.
Practice yields results.
Excuse me. You haven't a thing to worry about. You have been gifted the power of the goddess.
God, I'm not sure you could say that any creepier.
Furthermore, you have overcome the death of your father, Geralt, and you have destroyed countless of our wicked foes.
You are just full evil right now, aren't you?
I am proud. so very proud of who you have become.
Yeah. Thanks. I'm uneasy.
Once we finish the ritual at the Holy Mausoleum, all will be well.
Yeah, about that.
Well,
Captain. Oh, Professor. How long have you been standing there? I didn't see you. I was just sorting through Captain Gerald's belongings. I haven't made much progress. I keep finding things that bring back memories. Clearing out this room of his belongings again, it's not easy.
At least he's dead this time. Actually, I'm wondering the same thing, Dakota. Hang on a second. So, him, her. I need 5 more recruits. Yeah. I think I ate one too many meals earlier. I counted wrong.
Professor, I am so happy. Your new hair and eye color suit you well. We make quite the pair.
but recently, I sense that things are a bit strained between Lady Rhea and my brother. She wants to do something at the Holy Tomb. I do not know what, but...
One of
Whenever it
us.
has
One
concluded,
of us.
I hope they will return to their friendship, as it has always been.
Indeed. Honestly, Dakota, not only do I think you're actually right about that, but I like that idea. We do know with total certainty that you can romance her. I would bet money that if you manage the romance path with Rhea, you manage to prevent her from whatever the hell's going on with her. They're all freaked out about my new hair. Okay, so Crest Analyzer. Crest of Flames, nothing new. Okay, whatever.
Are you positive? Really? Your appearance is due to the influence of the Crest of Flames? Intriguing. Unfortunately, I have found no record of Nemesis's hair and eye color ever changing. However, if that transformation was brought on in part by the power of the crest, that would be most, well, I suppose interesting is too small a word. Still, it would be an absolutely exceptional discovery. To know for certain, we must investigate further. So, close off. What? A full physical is in order, yes? We need to know if this transformation affected you adversely. Don't worry, it won't hurt a bit.
I'm not worried about it hurting.
I'm not sure. I'm not sure.
Yeah, I want horse badly enough to push for that.
I still have...
Well, it depends on what exactly she is, Alex, which admittedly I can only speculate on right now.
Well...
Lies. We all know Lawrence has the best hair! Behold! The perfect cut.
Monica was actually Kranya. Tomas was actually Solon. Who were these people?
Dead.
What about you, Professor? You were a true ally, yes?
No.
Not the most convincing answer you could have given. Still, I simply must take you at your word.
Ah, that could be Dakota. Yeah, considering she has unit stats, it wouldn't surprise me if recruiting her was an option for the romance path.
Oh. That reminds me. All things considered, this year has been rather terrible. As far as the students are concerned, next month is the last one of the school year. Next month, we will hold the graduation ceremony, though it'll be an understandably subdued affair. This month, we ask that you carry out your duties as best you can, to ensure that our students remain calm.
Honestly, I don't think that would save time, believe it or not, in this Costa. Like, it doesn't take... I know this sounds weird, but it doesn't take that much time to just do a test all. Whereas, if I had a list, I'd be like, okay, I have to find the person. Okay, he likes this. Do I have that item? Yes. Yeah, okay, do I have that? And I'd have to cross-reference, and it would take longer. So, honestly, this is actually probably the fastest way to do this. That's why I started doing it this way.
Recently, Professor, I feel as though you've been a bit distant.
Nah.
It's like you're sort of floating above the clouds, separate from other people. And like you've got no interest at all in ever coming back down. How can I help?
I don't know what to say to that.
Hey, don't worry. I thought maybe I'd ask and see what you'd say.
Well,
I'm so.
you know, I have never believed that in this Costa, even as a kid. Like, we as humans have a tendency to take sayings and treat them as absolute truth. I mean, even sayings that are usually accurate, we tend to treat as if they're absolute truth. I've always found that interesting.
The Holy Tomb, huh? I've worked here for years, and this is the first I've heard of it. I mean, it does make some sense. Sort of. Something about it is still weird. I understand now why they'd build the monastery in the mountainous center of Fodlan. Although, when the monastery was built, the Kingdom and Alliance weren't even around yet. But look how cleverly it was placed, right in the middle of the Empire, Kingdom, and Alliance. That's weird, right?
Yeah, a little bit.
No, 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 no.
The other reason I like this method, by the way, in this Costa, is it gets quicker the further along I get. Especially if I do the one-pass method like I just did.
No, no.
Each item I successfully give away makes the whole process go a little faster. I mean, we could talk about whether or not power can corrupt or not. That's a huge topic, and one we don't have an absolute answer on.
Need something?
As weird as this may sound, it's ultimately related to another topic, which is also a massive topic. The topic of nurture versus nature. Because if you believe that nurture is a relevant part of someone's development, then power can corrupt. Or more accurately, power can help someone change because they are literally raised differently. It's different stimuli, and therefore they can do more than they were able to, right? But whether that's a direct corruption or not is more a matter of opinion. But it still serves the same function, power corrupting someone to be a worse person because they are being nurtured in a different direction. This is a comical example, but The Emperor's New Groove is actually a pretty good example of that idea. A kid who was used to getting everything his way, exactly correctly always, was nurtured into being a pretty scummy person. Although in that case, it's worth noting, he still was not actually truly evil. He was just someone who had been nurtured into always getting his way. Thus, he was spoiled. So you could say that power spoils. I like that. We're going to make that a new saying. Power spoils, and absolute power spoils absolutely. I'm kidding. Let's not do that.
Professor, sorry. You gave me a shock. Your hair and eye color are completely different. You just don't look like yourself anymore.
No, I look pretty much the same.
Of course, you're right. I'm just being silly as usual.
Right.
Hello? Hello? Hello?
She's singing. That's what she's doing.
Huh?
Nope. Figured I'd try. Since that is part of what we're doing this time around, is what is probably one last pass of trying to recruit people. Yeah, see, I don't get why you mentioned Cyril when it comes to the green hair thing. I'm confused.
I always knew there was something special about you, but you've only gotten more and more extraordinary the longer I've known you. That transformation was just the beginning, wasn't it? I have a feeling that things will only grow more dire from here on out.
That would be an interesting, shall we call it, ability. What's your special power? I have the ability to tell when the plot is moving. We've got to enjoy the times now. The plot's gonna move soon, and then horrible things will happen. Oh god, it's happening! The plot's moving! Run! Run for your lives!
Edelgard and Hubert have been busier than usual. Constantly coming and going, in and out of Garreg Mach. Perhaps they are doing something in the Empire. As the legitimate heir of the Eyre family, I have not heard anything about it. But if it were significant, I am sure my father would have told me.
My parents are dead.
Oh. How could you
I mean, technically, we could Deus Vult at this point, under our own volition. We could just point at someone and say, you. What? You. You are now the person I am going to war with. Why? Because I will it. Okay. That sucks.
Your hair! And your eyes! What happened to you?
You want to talk?
You didn't lose something as a consequence of gaining these powers, did you?
Only my humanity.
Sometimes our frail bodies don't do well with excess power, so don't push yourself too hard.
That's funny, I was actually thinking the same thing, Black Val. Like, if you think about it, there probably is something going on in the Empire, given how close we are probably at to the time skip. And she's got to ascend the throne at some point. Oh, I should try to recruit her.
Yeah, I'm actually very busy right now.
Ah, whatever. So what did you get in exchange for this? Unlimited power. Oh, I missed one. Damn. Someone who doesn't often wear perfume. Ah, whatever.
Long ago, Saint Seros was gifted with a divine revelation from the goddess, as well as incredible power. Is that what happened to you too, Professor? No way! The Professor transformed before receiving any kind of divine revelation, right? Still, I wonder, does the fact that you've changed really mean you've been granted some kind of power?
Nah.
If that's the case, then what sort of revelation can be gained from the ritual? I'm guessing the revelation will just be a gentle reminder to use this new power to save the people of Fodlan. What else is there to say? You don't actually believe we're going to hear the voice of the goddess, do you?
We? No. Hello, Dr. Papa Penguin.
Long ago, you don't
And that's what it cost me. It cost me Papa Penguin. It was horrible.
What's yes. What's
Oh yeah, whatever's gonna happen here is gonna suck, Alex. I've already put out my prediction. That it's gonna be the, the possession attempt. Please join me.
It's about your class.
Oh, thank God, we got Marianne.
Huh? I should be more comfortable speaking after I get to know you better.
Frickin' finally. That's our second recruit. Not counting the plot recruits.
How are you, Professor?
Did Hanneman make his "I will do no harm" speech, or promise this won't hurt a bit when he asked to study you? Both? I've a bit of research I'd like to perform. Nothing so crass as Hanneman's poking, prodding, and drawing of blood. No, I wish to investigate crest power itself. Crest power must have some kind of limit, right? Lady Rhea says any limits must be the protection of the goddess, but that doesn't quite answer it for me. It's not. 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 It's not.
Damn it, Takoida.
Oh, Professor! Ah, I'm sorry. That was rude. I didn't recognize you for a second.
Weird, huh?
No, not at all. I'm just not used to it. It really suits you, though.
Oh, you're actually taller than me. I mean, I have a long career in video gaming of killing gods, so yeah, I'm down with the non-limits thing. Ah, damn it, I missed one.
Professor. Ah, there you are. I apologize for calling you in so suddenly. Please, sit. There is a matter I would like to discuss with you. I believe I've told you this before, but it is my responsibility to aid the Archbishop in all her duties.
What?
Spiritual instruction, ceremony oversight, donation management, all of the church's many administrative tasks.
Exempt from taxes, of
I
course.
oversee not only the priesthood, but also the Knights of Seros and the Officers' Academy. The Archbishop entrusts a great deal to my discretion, and I am honored by her confidence. Even when she must make decisions herself, she often seeks my counsel in advance. And yet, your appointment to a teaching position at the Officers' Academy was a complete surprise to me. Not only that, but you have also been entrusted with the Sword of the Creator. I was as surprised as anyone else to learn that. And now, well, I will spare you my conjecture. In any case, it is time I learned more about you. I ask only that you answer my questions honestly. I will be most grateful for your cooperation. First, I would like to know just how much you know about yourself. You are the child of Geralt Eisner, correct?
Yeah.
That's quite a vague reply for such a basic question. In the future, I would advise you to answer such queries with confidence. As the former captain of the Knights of Seros, Geralt was renowned throughout Fodlan. If you really are his child, then no one would voice any complaint about you joining the Knights. How long has it been since you became a mercenary? Given your youth, that hardly seems likely. Come to think of it, I have never asked your age. Just how old are you exactly? Your face says it all. You truly don't know, do you? Just what was Gerald thinking, raising you this way? Given your responses thus far, I feel as though any further questions would just be a waste of our time. However, permit me to make one thing clear. Whatever her reasons, the Archbishop has placed great faith in you. Do not betray that trust. That is all.
Hi, what you gonna do? What is up?
Hi.
A moment, please.
Whoa. When I first saw you, Professor, with that hair color and that eye color, I thought you looked kind of like Lady Rhea. Like maybe you could be related. I like the way it looks. I wonder if I could change my hair color too. Maybe if I tried hard enough. If I thought real hard about it, I mean.
That would be kind of cool.
All I need to do is get trapped up in a strange place and then escape, right? Just like you did.
No. Don't do that.
I don't know.
Like, either you're going to end up in the actual horribleness that I was in, which is not a place you want to be, or you end up someplace else that's more mundane but still horrible, which you don't want to be in. Yeah, sure thing, Alex. Hey, Archbishop. I will do anything you ask. And as soon as she turns around, I'll stab her.
Right.
See, he likes my plan.
Let me consider. Sometimes, I find myself thinking I should leave Garreg Mach and return to my home, where I should have been all along. Ignore me. I'm sorry. It's a silly thing. An old man's ramblings and nothing more. I hear that Lady Rhea will accompany you for this month's task. She's the pillar that supports the hearts of Fodlan's people. Her safety is paramount. I hope there are no complications.
I wouldn't be afraid.
No, no, no. Ah, no, 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 no.
Yeah.
I still have much...
Monica, no, Kranya. Kranya is dead. And so is Solon, by your hand. Taking vengeance with your own hand. I'm sure Gerald would be proud.
I'm actually saving that for last, Grey Wolf.
In our battle last month, we really cut the enemy down to size. But there are other enemies we have yet to hunt down, not least the Flame Emperor. Once we've crushed them all, we can return to our peaceful lives at the monastery. It will happen soon. I have a feeling something big is coming.
Yeah, let me go ahead and give you her address. She's in the dorm room 13 on the west flank. No, I don't even see a recruit button, Cloud of the Stars, so that should probably answer your question.
Oh.
When you changed, even the other professors were taken completely by surprise. There's a ritual at the Holy Tomb this month, isn't there? I wonder what'll happen with that. I'm sure you'll be all right, but don't lose sight of who you really are, okay? However you may change, and whatever new power goes along with those changes, you'll still be the same person deep down. Remember that.
I mean, truly neutral people are pretty rare, Console Hot. In fiction, obviously. Most people in fiction lean on one side or the other of the axis. It's just a matter of gradients. Like, if you're someone who's just, I just feel like living my life, and I'm not really helping people, and I'm not really torturing people, then you're still leaning towards good. Because of your general tendency towards non-evil actions, right? Now, you're like way up here on the scale, but you're still leaning towards the good side of the axis. Yeah, actually really true neutral characters are exceptionally rare, and with good reason. It's also one of the harder things to write, in my experience.
Hey, I hope we get. I know I'm in a.
Damn! Well, at least I got Marianne. Right now I'm running around trying to talk to people, give them stuff to increase my rep with them, and recruit people. In fact, actually, let's do this. Let's start up here.
Say, in town earlier, there seemed to be more people around than usual. Is there some festival this month that I'm forgetting about?
Yes, the Festival of Your Blood, stab! I need to just buy a Frostmourne and just have it right here by my desk, so I can just... all the time. But yes, Marianne has joined the party. In fact... Aw. Hey, we have a new cutscene with Flame. We'll see that in a minute, though.
Kranya, Solon, they're dead, but we still have a glut of enemies. We still have to take down the Death Knight and the Flame Emperor. Our next battle is fast approaching. I'm ready for it. I know. That's mine.
Professor, please. If he hears it from you that he needs to rest, perhaps His Highness will listen.
He's exaggerating. He thinks my color is off and that rest will cure all. I have a headache, but that's just from lack of sleep. It's not going to stop me from completing this month's mission.
So, we're starting to see the zealotry really crawl to the surface of Dimitri. I kind of called that early on, but I think without the person helping to guide him, aka us, he's just getting worse.
The professor agrees. Please rest, at least until the task is at hand.
I won't. Even if I tried, it's not like I would get any decent sleep. It would only be a waste of time.
Here, I have something that'll guarantee to knock you out every time. Wham! There we go. What? I know, Dream Whisperer. God. That's true, we could just get him boozed up a little.
Professor.
Oh, hey, it's Cyril. What's up, Cyril?
Aha!
Hey, it's the creepy tables.
You're always nosing around places, aren't you, Professor? Can be real hard to find you sometimes.
Sorry about that.
No worrying about it. I just wanted to talk to you about a thing today.
Creepy
Do you remember how
tables.
Lady Rhea asked you to come to the office this evening?
No.
Well, she told me that I should come to let you know that today's a bad day for doing that, and you should go and see her tomorrow instead. That's pretty much everything I needed to say, I think. Oh, except to ask you if you've seen Sedith around anywhere. Okay, I'm supposed to tell Sedith the thing Lady Rhea told me to tell you, but he's hard to find. Nah, I'll find him myself. But if you see him, then find me, please, and tell me where you saw him, okay? 'Cause then I'll know where he is. I'll be in the stables if you need me. Gotta put out the fodder before it's the next kid's shift. Don't want her thinking I left my work for her to do. Oh, but if I'm not in the stables and you need to find me, I'll be at the forest up north, 'cause there's a bunch of logs lying around up there. I figure I ought to chop them up, or else someone might trip on a log, or we might run out of firewood. And if I chop, then it'll save other people time. If it looks like I'm done there, then the quarters need to be swept. So if you see Sedith and you need to find me, then I might be there.
Cyril.
Nope, this is my job. I'm not giving it to anyone else because it's mine and I'm gonna do it. Besides, if you help me out, Lady Rhea might give me an earful. I don't know why, but Lady Rhea sure does seem to like you. She's always worried about what you might be doing or not doing.
Really?
Oh yeah, not that it's any of my business. Anyways, Lady Rhea asked me to do some jobs, so I'm doing them all. Even some she didn't ask for, but I know need doing, so I'm doing them. End of story. And remember, if you see Sedith around, come find me and tell me where you saw him, yeah?
Okay, but how am I gonna... I mean, you're all over the place, kid.
Huh? But I just told you where I'd be. If I'm not in the stables, I'll be at the forest. If I'm not... Oh, I see. You're right, I'm all over the place, huh? I don't want to waste your time, Professor, so if you see Sedith, how about you tell him I was looking for him, and then tell him all the places I'll be? Then he can spend his time looking for me instead of you. Yeah, that sounds like a good plan. A real good plan. Let's do that. See you later, Professor.
Hey, Kamarusko. $200. Wow.
You look so different. You're still our professor in there, right? Did anything else change besides your hair and eyes? Are your arms bigger? How do your abs look?
Yeah, I'm a little different.
Really? You gotta teach me how to do that.
Our pecs are literally used to make rolled oats. Ahem.
So hungry. Oh, is that you, Professor? Sorry. I'm really not feeling well this month. Even leaving my room for dinner is just too much. It's got nothing to do with your, changes. So, don't open the door, please.
And I destroy the door. Come out, Consolata. Come out, Bernadetta. It is your destiny to join me.
I've been
Have some smoked meat.
Thank you.
You're welcome. That wasn't even for you. It's just, here, have some smoked meat. Never, Bayou! She must appreciate the full power of the great Lich King that calls her to action. Oops. Well, I just failed at recruiting him. Yeah, I noticed that. Let's go. Yeah, take it from me. You should eat regularly. It sucks when you don't. Have I hit the garden already? I think I have. Pretty sure I have.
You're going to the ritual at the Holy Tomb, right? I hear that a revelation from the goddess is expected. What if she shows herself? Oh, I'll be so jealous. Someone... Oh!
Well, we're down to one page left.
I can't even imagine what it must be like inside the Holy Tomb.
It's just a place to bury people.
Well, it's probably a grave, that much is for sure. And it's likely underground. Beyond that, who knows? I can't help but wonder, though, just what kind of ritual is this?
If we go down there and there's a bunch of naked people, I am piecing the hell out.
Hey,
Just making sure. Yep. Okay. Thought so.
No.
No. You may not do any gardening. Eh. Yeah, I don't want any blood rituals. Can we just skip that, please? Hey, it's Annette. What's up, Annette?
Hello, Professor. Do you have a moment? Well, I have this book of battle tactics that I borrowed from one of the knights. There's one part that I just don't understand. Do you think you could explain it to me? Great, thank you so much. It's about this diagram here. I don't get why the knights are grouping up in that forest there. I just can't see the advantage to a formation like that. Yay, I finally get it! You really are a great teacher. No way, I couldn't have done it without you. I just love learning new things. That's why I came to the Officers Academy. I want to learn magic, battle tactics, martial arts, and, well, all kinds of stuff. I'm learning more now than I have in my whole entire life. Speaking of, I'd better go visit the library for some research before magic practice, which is just before sword training. That's just not possible. I always find it's more tiring to laze around doing nothing. I've never been any good at that. I have to have something to do. Like on my days off, I need to get up early and take care of the cleaning first, or I just can't relax. Know what I mean? Oh, I'm so glad you agree. You'd be surprised how rare it is to find people like us. Mercy never sets foot outside her room on her days off. I don't get that girl sometimes. Not to mention... Oh wait, oh no! I was supposed to be on cooking duty today! I completely forgot! Sorry, Professor, but I have to run. Thanks again for your help!
here!
Alright, guys, here's your first assignment from Professor Lore. I want you to explain this game in one sentence to what you're gonna do. Go. No joke answers, please.
You're so strong now. I'm starting to understand why you were appointed professor. I thought I was stronger, but I still have such a long way to go.
You'll get through there.
You'd better not go easy on me. I need your training to be strict if I'm gonna get any better. What's that? 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 Yeah, that's... What's that? What's that? What's that? What's that?
So anyways, that's a good question, FM Nito. So for me, the thing... Oh, there she is. The thing that I will get the most money out of is Patreon. Basically, I get about 85% of whatever you donate through Patreon, whereas I get about 50% of the subs through Twitch, though I get 100% of the money through bits. But you kind of get the idea. So that's the spread. However, if you go through Twitch, you get access to emotes, but if you go through Patreon, you get this, you get the ability to help choose the upcoming ruminations. So I try to keep them different on purpose. For a lot of reasons.
Those students of yours will soon graduate and become unreachable royalty and nobility. You should show them respect now, or you might find yourself out of a job someday. No. One look at your students' faces, and it's apparent that would never happen. Even when your kids graduate, I bet they'll still think fondly of you. You'll always be professor to them.
Even after the war starts. I mean, there's no war. What are you talking about? It's also a war game. Specifically, make sure I get all these in here. It's a turn-based, grid-based, squad-based tactical RPG. There we go. Got it all in.
Professor. It has been a while since we last spoke, Professor. Spare me a moment again, will you not?
Of course. Now that we are both of divine blood, I can acknowledge interacting with you. Lest you be one of the... I can't even pretend to be elitist.
You recall how you helped me and allowed me to join your class, yes? I have learned a great many things since then. Indeed, I have truly grown so much. This personal growth is due in large part to you. And I wish to express my gratitude, sincerely. Excuse me? Are you implying that I am still naive? I will have you know that I have made many friends and am constantly learning new things. Why, when I go to the market, alone, I even haggle. You must be familiar with the delicate art of haggling, in which one negotiates a lower asking price for an item. That is the type of knowledge common only to those as mature as myself.
I've decided I like Flane.
Who? Me? Have you not asked this once before? It is a bit rude to ask repeatedly, you know.
Yeah, that's because you never answered.
Is that so? Well, it seems we have something in common, since I do not know your age either. Come now. There is nothing to be gained from focusing so heavily on age. Touching on a previous discussion, I think I have learned more about you. I mentioned how you possess an air of mystery. I compared you to any old sea, but I have come to realize you are more like a particular sea, one I have seen before. When I was quite small, my mother would take me out to play in the sea. She was an excellent fisher, my mother. I grew to love fish deeply because of her. Well, you see, fish are... Oh, wait. I was talking about the sea, was I not? Anyhow, I sense that, like the sea, your depths are seemingly impenetrable. Yet, despite your unknowable depths, there is something familiar about you.
It's as if we have met somewhere, long, long ago.
I mean, we both have the green hair thing going on, and I'm pretty sure that is indicative.
No, I do not think so. It is all quite strange, really. Still, I do not think you could be a complete stranger either. Both your hair and eyes are unmistakably... Oh, apologies. Just muttering to myself. It is nothing. Mutterings aside, I mean to say that you do not feel like a stranger to me. For whatever reason, I feel deeply connected to you. And for this, I am glad.
Well, clearly he's not actually of divine blood, Nascosta. He has the wrong hair. I'm just guessing with the hair thing. Anyways, they keep saying we're changed. Well, we kind of ate a goddess, and now we're different. The end.
People who live an inordinately long time, people whose hair changes color, and those odd heroes' relics. Is Fodlan some mystical land full of inhuman creatures?
Is the world different outside Fodlan?
You should see for yourself. I'd recommend exploring west of the Empire. It's not. It's not. It's not. It's not. It's not. Hey. It's not. It's not. It's not. It's not. Hey. It's not.
The list is shrinking.
You there? I recently had an errand to run, and so I had to pass by the office. I didn't mean to, but I overheard Lady Rhea and Sedith arguing. Actually, it was more like Sedith was interrogating Lady Rhea.
Dun, dun, dun. Sedith is clearly the one true villain of the entire game. I'm kidding. I actually don't think that at all. I don't think this game has the writing chops to do something like that.
Oh. Greetings, Professor. Nothing to report. Although, I suppose, you are something to report. For a moment, I thought you were someone suspicious. Lucky for you, I am quite perceptive. It took only that single moment for me to recognize you. The Professor went out and got some new power.
You know, my dad died a month ago, I'm just saying. Words hurt. Let's do it this way.
Professor, in Brigid, we have legends. Stories containing people who have a spirit living inside of them. Those spirit people have much strength. They are maybe able to fly in the air or race across the ocean. Hair that shines and eyes that glow. They have qualities that are not unlike what you are looking like, Professor.
I'm pretty sure I can't fly.
Are you knowing that for certain? Maybe you will have wings grow and soar through the sky.
Don't monokeets have wings?
This is...
You cannot pet the dog, but I'm pretty sure people exist.
I had lost... This is...
I'm just saying, that would be an amusing sentence if that is actually where they're going with that.
You've been granted this power by the goddess herself. Truly, you must be a very special individual.
Nah.
Maybe Saros transformed before receiving her revelation too.
Nah.
I haven't heard anything about that before. Maybe that part never found its way into the legend?
It is told that Saros had a revelation, instructing her to use her power for good, and to lead the people of Fodlan to salvation. I wonder what sort of revelation you might have, Professor.
Oh. Did you find... Did you... Oh. Did you... Did you... Did you... Did you...
You've been granted... Maybe it is... I wonder... No. 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 Good time. Will you... There are so many things...
Holy crap! Ingrid wants to join us.
Class makes it especially challenging. Thank you, Professor. I will be extra diligent with my studies. Thank you for this opportunity.
Woohoo. 2 recruits today. Not too shabby. And that's it. We're done. Until we talk to one person. Her.
Professor, will you join me? There's something I must do. It will take a few days, but I promise we'll be back in time for the ceremony at the Holy
So
Tomb.
this is it. I was right.
It's meant to be a secret, but I'm going to Enbar, the Imperial capital. There is something I must do there.
Oh, it actually tells you. Holy crap. So I've been prepared to give this a negative for a while for a seemingly innocuous decision being something that has such substantial story relevance. However, this is pretty overt. Just so you know. So never mind on that negative. I've known about this for a while. Because, spoilers, this is your last chance on this one, but I think we can officially talk about this. There's actually 2 branches of the Eagle's Path. That's why there's 4 branches total through this game, or more like 3.5. Yeah, that's exactly why I made that save, and saved her for last. So, we'll see. I think we still have the chance to actually make the choice later. If we decide to stay now, we have made our choice. But I'm pretty sure, based on how this works, if I decide to go, we can then make the choice later. Pretty sure that's how that works. At least that's what I was told. So we will go with her. But yeah, we'd be locked in if we didn't go.
Thank you, my teacher. Father, forgive me for asking this of you. I know how much pain you're in, how the burden of the throne weighs heavily on you. And so...
There is no need to apologize, Edelgard. You must know that I do not have much time left in this world.
I kind of like his outfit. Sorry, it's rare that I see an outfit I legitimately like. It's still impossible, but it just looks cool.
The time has come.
Thank you, Father. Now, to complete the Imperial succession, you must relinquish your crown here in the throne room. The Archbishop of the Church of Seiros would normally act as witness, but my professor will fill that role instead.
Edelgard.
From this day forward, the weight of the Empire's future shall rest upon my shoulders. All that I do will be for the benefit of the people of Fodlan.
Edelgard von Hesvelg, the crown is yours. By the covenant between the red blood and the white sword, and by the double-headed eagle upon your head, I hereby pronounce you the new Emperor. Are you prepared to take those responsibilities as your own?
In accordance with the ancient covenant, and in keeping with the Hresvelg legacy, I swear that upon this throne, I shall use my reign to lead Fodlan to a new dawn and achieve peace for all.
The Imperial succession is complete. My daughter, I regret that I could not do more for you. When you were stolen away to the kingdom, when the Prime Minister did those horrible things, I could only watch in horror.
I understand, Father. In those dark times, your eyes and your fists were my salvation. Within your eyes, I saw true care. And upon your fists, clenched tight with indignity, I saw the blood that dripped and fell. Even as I bled, I felt that you too must also be bleeding.
Your Majesty, you must not leave your sleeping chambers in your condition.
Hey, it's Ferdinand's dad.
Edelgard, I did not expect to find your highness here.
At least I think that's him. If that is him, he's on the kill list. I think we've got like 4 dads on the kill list right now.
Prime Minister, you have misspoken. I am no longer your highness, but rather your majesty.
Impossible!
It is true. Edelgard is the new emperor of the Etrestian Empire. We will summon the officials and prepare an ordinance at once. And you, Prime Minister.
Are dismissed. It will be some time before you are allowed to make contact with the outside world again.
No! How can this be? Understood, Your Majesty.
She should probably have him executed.
My dear El, I leave the fate of Fodlan in your capable hands.
Father. Thank you for staying by my side, Professor. Now that I'm the Emperor, it's time to grasp my destiny. After the ceremony at the Holy Tomb, I must return to Enbar. This may be the last we see of each other. We are out of time, my teacher. Everyone is waiting for us. We must go.
He was the one who pushed for the experiments on her and her siblings, Alex. I'm approaching the halfway point. What you gonna do? Wait, no teaching? Really? That's interesting.
It will be easy. Our results speak volume.
Writing.
I'm finding my focus.
I suppose that's fair. Alright, well, we're here. Let's look at our new people. Marianne, what are you? Okay, that's acceptable. Ingrid, what are you? She is a Pegasus. Interesting. I kind of want to go in that direction. So, lance and flying, huh? And then Marianne, of course, writing and nothing, just like everyone else. Writing. And at this point, I probably should just focus on writing on literally everyone. All must be a cavalry. Oh! I mean, look what it did to Ferdinand. Jeez. There we go. Writing, 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 writing. Except for her, she's a flyer. Okay. Yes, Dream Whisperer, it does. Which I only found out recently, because I'm a dummy. So hang on. There's a unique enemy there, but, you know, honestly, I don't care. I need to raise my skills. So let's do that.
Maybe.
Yay! Yeah, it's 1.5 times specifically.
Thank you for coming all the way to the Imperial capital, Professor. The announcement of my enthronement is imminent. Until then, can you please keep it to yourself? There are many preparations that must be made before the news spreads. I believe Hubert will be occupied and away from the monastery for much of this month.
Sure thing. Flame Emperor.
Alas, how did...
Because you're the Flame Emperor. Damn it.
People who live in... Is Fodlan...
Hmm. Sorry, I'm thinking.
In our battle, but once it will happen soon.
I still...
What the?
Let me I hear she's the...
Hmm. It's supposed to be a 90-hour game, although that is conjecture and based on the statements of the developers, and they're always wrong, so I will go with Flavius, don't worry. But I want to raise my skills first.
Excuse me. Furthermore, I am...
I am going to need black magic, so sure, we'll go and raise that. Basically, I can train with everyone except for one person this cycle.
I am sorry.
It looks like I'll be skipping him. I don't really care too much about those. I suppose I could look up... Hang on, what does Leonie take? I've got the list here still. Somewhere. Here we go. Leonie, what do you take? What do you take? Lance. Okay. I can prioritize that. I think he had Lance, actually.
I am sorry.
Well, hello, NLG Arm Devil. I know it's weird it's been that long, but nevertheless, thank you very, very much for 11 months of support. Much appreciated. Thank you. Although after 11 months, you still don't know to put that towards something. Guys, we're going to have to stab him with Frostborn. I'm going to need to make a Frostborn emote at this point, aren't I? I really do want armor, so we'll go with that.
I still...
Alright, so Arm Devil. I'm guessing you haven't looked at the website lately. That's okay, I don't blame you. It's a horrible website, nobody likes it. So there is no FF6 run anymore. It's been nuked, torpedoed, destroyed. And replaced with an in-depth classic of the entirety of the FF series, which will probably take place early next year. So, if you'd like to put that support towards the FF in-depth classic, that is absolutely a thing that can happen.
The holy... I've worked... I mean, when the but look...
If not, well then we need to have a talk, man. You got it. Give me a second to write that down. What's funny is I actually looked into making a Lich King emote, but there's no way to make him... Like, he's such an iconic individual, but making him in an 18 by 18 square is just... It's not a thing. There we go. So, no, let's save, not open. Thank you very much again. And so noted. I was actually thinking something in that direction, Dakota. I don't know, I need to play with it. See what I can make. See how visible it's going to be.
People who live... Is Fodlan...
Yeah.
I still have...
There. Alright, where's Leonie right now? I actually don't remember. There she is. Alright, Leonie. Suffer me now!
When you change, there's a... however you...
Hang on, just to be sure. Since we had a couple extras. Hang on, let's make sure she likes us. Weapon maintenance?
Oh, thanks.
Nah, not really. Weight training? No. Weapons collector, maybe? Is she a weapons collector? I don't know. What do you like, Leonie? Tell me. Actually, I wonder if I can look that up. Hang on, real quick. Because this is probably this might literally be the last chance I get to recruit her. Oh, what's the name of that stupid site again? Serene Forest. Here we go. Or Serenus Forest. However you're supposed to say this. I say stupid website. I mean awesome. Okay, here we go. Characters. Recruitment. Work in process. Yeah, no kidding. Okay, so I need Leonie. There she is. That's not going to tell me. Gifts. No! Is there a separate thing for gifts? There it is. Oh yeah, we're quite a ways in. What you gonna do? Okay. So Leonie, where the heck? This is in the weirdest order. Lee, and there she is. So let's see. Hunting dagger, fishing float, and training weight.
Wow.
Wait. Yep.
Wow.
And a hunting dagger.
Wow.
Okay. Please join me.
Hey, glad I caught you. Could I ask you a favor? I'd really like to join your class.
Yes!
Yes, I knew you'd understand. Thanks to you, I'm going to be the best mercenary you've ever seen. Just watch.
God, I have support conversations with like half my class right now. Okay. I think we have a full team now. Plus 2 adjuncts, too. I can't, Nero says. I'm telling you, they're all waiting on time stops. Okay, so, yep, we're done. Wait. We're gonna leave that save back there just in case. Well, there's the Black Eagle's house, which is me. Then there's the Bobs and then the Bobettes, I think. Blue Lions, that's it. Blue Lions and the Gold Deers. Welcome, new students. We've got a couple new ones today. Everyone, I expect you to be on your best behavior with them. If you're not, I will stab you with Frostborn. Now, Edelgard. Hang on, so let me check something here. So I want Edelgard to be a Great Knight. So she's going to need... What are you at? So she's going to need Axe a little higher. Nope, she's good on Axe. Never mind. She is going to need Heavy Armor slightly better. And Riding needs to be better. So let's go ahead and push Armor and just get this done.
Nice. Not praise.
Oh god, you're right, we do, Takoida. Everyone, you remember Bernadetta? Yeah, so we need to be Bernadettaing for this new person. So everyone, I want you on your best Bernadetta. Okay, so she's gonna need Spear at C, which is so dumb. She needs Lance to be a bow knight. That just irritates the hell out of me.
I got it.
Ah. Hang on. What's her writing need to be? A? Ooh. Now let's keep pushing this then. Alright, now Dorothea, I'm actually going to leave her alone. I mean, she's a dancer and she's got to move things. She's kind of good. Petra. What was I going to turn her into? I don't actually remember. Or was I just going to leave her as is, which I might do. I mean, honestly. I could see that, Alex. I could literally see that. Hey, you know what, Petra, you're good. We're just gonna leave you there. Mercedes, I need her to be a holy knight. So she's gonna need Lance. Faith, she's already good on. Writing, Honestly, Grey Wolf, that's kind of what I'm expecting at this point. Like, I haven't even gotten any crests yet. I'm getting close to applying, like, having the skills for some of them, but I haven't seen a single crest yet. And I've been doing optional stuff. So, Lance, to be a holy knight. Just, whatever. Let's just start working on this. Yeah, it does, actually. I just prefer to have the list right there. But yeah, that is nice that it's in Garrick. Sue. Oh, we have a lot of people to push. Manuela, who is also going to be a holy knight. And Flane, holy knight. Ingrid, or excuse me, Marianne, holy knight. Leonie is already a cavalier. She's going to be a bow knight. And she's going to be a doom knight. And by doom knight, I mean Falcon. Falcon Knight. Why are the lions golden? What is this, Stormwind? Okay, so she's gonna need... So she's done there. She's almost done there. She just needs flying higher. So let's think about this. Hang on. I've got 3 left. So let's go ahead and do Flane. So Flane, who of course wants to be a holy knight. She's already good on Lance, so that's actually done. Yeah, so they're ordinary, what you gotta do. Do you want ordinary lions? Come on. So she needs writing at A, and faith at... Okay, so literally all she needs to become a holy knight is the crest, which I don't have, and more writing skills. Let's push that.
I would like to do all things.
And then Manuela, same setup. She's gonna need spear. Her faith is good. Her writing is not good. But let's push spear for right now. I don't need high spear. I just need spear.
What now? It's all.
And then Shamir. So I'm going to need you. Actually, all she needs is writing. So, writing.
That one. You're pretty.
Okay. Today's lesson, writing. Everyone get on the horse. Yes, what's up? Tell me of your troubles, puny one. I always get the feeling of being watched. I'm so nervous. Fear not! You are in fact being watched at all times.
I see.
That was the wrong answer. I mean, it was not a bad answer, but that was not a good answer. No. Writing. Focus on writing. Get on the horse! Leonie would like to speak to you. Yes. That was a great time.
Hey, Professor. Got a minute?
Yeah, what's up? Oh, right.
Look, I'm sorry I snapped at you. I didn't mean to lose my temper. I was rude to you. I should have known better.
I mean, it's all good.
Huh, I thought you might say that. In that way, you're just like Captain Gerald. You accept other people. You don't let petty details get under your skin.
How do you know my father?
Well, when I was a kid, I kind of latched onto him. I've been calling myself his apprentice ever since. He spent some time in the village I grew up in. Actually, you weren't with him back then. Why not?
I don't know.
Huh. Maybe he left you with a relative or something. Anyway, back then, Gerald's job was to deal with poachers. Well, they were bandits, but we called them poachers. Nobody in the village could stand up to them. But your dad, he took them on like it was nothing. I was so impressed. All I could think was how amazing mercenaries were. I'd lived in that tiny village my whole life, so to me, Captain Gerald was nothing short of a legend. So I went right up to him and I told him I was going to be his apprentice. He didn't stick around long after that, but he did teach me a lot while he was with us. Tactics, strategy, training routines, it was all so new and exciting. So after he left, I kept at it, kept training, just like he taught me.
Well, I'm glad you got to see him again.
Me too. I always planned to meet him again once I became a top-tier mercenary. But I'm just glad I got to see him, to thank him properly and all. I've spent my whole life working to become a great mercenary like your father. There were so many times when I wanted to ask his advice, but I couldn't. I just had to make do.
It's okay, he's dead now.
That's how I've made it this far. Just hard work, all on my own. But then you come along. And it's like you don't appreciate Captain Gerald at all, or how lucky you were to have him around your whole life. No, it still really bothers me. You might be his kid, but I'm still his best apprentice. Got it?
Okay. You got it. That was our B conversation, by the way. Whose birthday is it? It's Felix's birthday. Have some flowers.
Thank you.
Uh-oh.
We did it, and without incident.
Excellent.
I'm getting close.
Riding, riding, riding! Learn how to ride better than you currently are.
I'm closing in on expertise. It's all instinct.
Ooh, what was that? Petra and Manuela? And Manuela. There we go. Although, actually, while we're here... Why does she just come with bouillon? Whatever. She's a priest, she doesn't need a weapon. She's going to be a lancer, obviously. And she's already got a lance, so I need... Why does she come with bouillon? It depends heavily what you're gonna do on the specific lore run. It's not always really feasible to do every game in a franchise, and sometimes it's not even desirable to do every game in a franchise. Or in a, you know what I mean. Actually... I'm afraid I don't actually understand your question at this point. I've already played 80 hours of what? Like, I'm pretty sure I've played a lot more than 80 hours of this, or of games in general. Okay, so Leonie... I didn't even try, Bio, admittedly. Yeah, that's why I'm so confused by the question, Nascosta. I'm just gonna give them some Iron Plus stuff for now. Doing okay, doing okay. I mean, no one's really been doing anything except the main character lately, so I think I'm good for the moment. Here, hang on, hang on. We are 37 hours into this game. There you go, right there. Bam. No, Dream Whisperer, it will not. Because Final Fantasy Tactics is a Gaiden game, which is counted separate, and therefore will be done separately if it ends up being a thing. I am doing FF1, Permeus, but I am not doing FF11. And FF14 is kind of a separate thing. I think I agree, Black Vial. Yeah, FFT is an ogre game, exactly. I'm not opposed to doing IDC of it, but that really is a separate thing. So, Nescosta, we will be doing 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 12, 13, 13, 2, 13, 3. I might skip the 13s on that list. I haven't 100% decided yet, but that's the list right now. We might just do 13 instead of the other two. I did that, I did that. I still have support combos with everyone, just waiting on plot. Oh, I'm sorry, 10-2 will be on that list as well. Sorry. I want to check something. Oh, I still don't have any master seals. Hang on, hang on. Yes, as one of the only people in the world who actually defends FF10-2, we're definitely doing 10-2. I'm very curious what that score will end up being. I'm imagining it'll be a lot of positives and a lot of negatives. That's what I'm thinking, Cloud of the Stars. It makes sense for them to gate that. Which is I don't like it. Honestly, yeah, let's just do another round of training. And one last attempt at recruiting people. So since we got... Who don't I have yet? Hang on, where's the recruit list? I got the two big ones I was working on. I still need Annette, which is Faith. I still need... I can't get Hilda. I got her. I got her. I need Lysathea, which is Faith. Oh, wow, that's it. So yeah, Annette and Lysathea are the only two I have not recruited that I wanted to, that I haven't yet. So Faith and Faith for both of them. Just double checking. Alright, yeah, well. Look, 10-2 is an enjoyable game, but god dang is that a flawed game. I think we're going to go ahead and try to recruit everyone, yeah. Just to push our luck, just to see what we get. But first, we're going to get a little training in.
Excuse me. Furthermore, I am...
So, Faith. Actually, we're at Faith C. That should be enough, shouldn't it?
I am sorry.
No, it's... See, I'm actually not sure if it takes into account just the letter or the specific value. If it's just the letter, I need to check to see if I can get it up to C+. That's true, Cloud of the Stars. That's why I'm curious.
The whole... I've worked... I mean, when the... But...
Yeah, I don't think we can get it to C+, even with both of them. I don't think it's going to happen. We're going to go and try for it. We're going to push it. But I don't think that's happening. Hey, Mr. Funbags, don't worry. No sacrifice today.
Professor, are you unfortunate? Still, what?
Like writing. Need that writing skill. Everyone is writing. Woohoo!
Excuse me. Further, I...
Yes, teach me about the faith, Archbishop of the entire church.
I am sorry.
Everyone was mounted fighting. I shouldn't find that funny. God, the way I'm doing this, it's funny, I'm basically becoming an Omni-Mage, or an Omni-Marshal, or whatever. But I'm not doing it to be better in combat, I'm just doing it so that I can recruit people better. Hi, I'm good at everything. Join me. Okay.
Captain. Oh, I was having clearing out.
I do want armor up, so... let's go ahead and push Axe to D, finally. There.
Practice. Captain. Oh, I was having made clearing out. Oh, I will do whatever I can to serve you. Excellent. Leave it to me. No matter how small the task is, I vowed to Gerald I would help you.
Yeah, I'm starting to think that some of the recruits are completely automatic at a certain point in the story. Basically to ensure that you always get at least some recruits, which I'm okay with that. Although, near as I can tell, all the faculty members are the ones in that group. I know, right, Platinum Pineapple? I am literally a demigod. Do you know how to use an axe? No.
I hear that Lady she's the pillar.
Oh, writing.
I still have...
In our once it will happen.
What?
Yeah, I've been getting the same impression, Cloud of the Stars.
People is filled.
I mean, Axe is awesome. I actually agree on that. Alright, so let's try to do a recruitment round. So let's see here. I don't know, actually. I imagine there's an A+, and knowing these games, there's probably an S. So let's just straight up try to recruit everyone, because this is probably our last opportunity to do so. In fact, just for the hell of it, let's make a backup save.
To be honest, it would seem that it's a shame I...
Nope, can't get Creep Face. Let's go try to get Annette. A chain axe would be kind of awesome. He liked my bad pun response. Hee okay, where's Annette? She should be over here. Join me.
Huh? I'm not sure.
Damn! She likes magic and faith. So, my magic is at 20, which is, I mean, it's one of my lower stats, but that's still pretty good. My faith is at C, which is not great, but again, still decent. And as high as I could get it right now. Whatever. Yeah, I'm decent on both, but it's not enough, apparently. Whatever. Alright. God, do I even want to recruit Sylvain? I guess I want to recruit Sylvain.
Oh, Professor!
What's up, Professor? Hey, I got a girl waiting.
Thank God. I mean, oh, I'm so sad we couldn't recruit the bastard who's awful. I mean, he's probably not awful. Maybe. I was gonna say, given how many women are in my class, that should be a hidden requirement. He's like, you know.
Kranya, we still have to... Our next... People say, perhaps if I joined your
Felix is joining us.
Technique up close. Indeed. I'll transfer to your class then. Don't make me regret it.
Let's go see if we can get Raphael. Also known as the best guy in the game. Whoop, I'm going the wrong way, aren't I?
Did anything else change besides your hair and eyes? Are your arms bigger? How do your abs... Good to see you, Professor. I was just on my...
I guess my heavy armor is pretty low. Yeah. Basically, everyone's recruitable except for the mains, you know, the heads of house, and they're number 1s.
Yes?
And there's a couple of other specific variables based on your house, but for the most part, that's it. Who's this? This is Ash, I think. Yep.
Huh? I can't even... Huh? You're inviting me to join your class. I'm really flattered.
He cares about Lance, which I'm not great at. My charisma's through the roof. No, seriously, hang on. What is my charisma? $28. Yeah. My charisma's fine, thank you very much. I already have Gasper. Who can I still recruit? I got Ingrid.
Hey.
Ignatz, here we go.
Yes? You're going to the ritual at the... What if she... Ah, Professor, hello. I have a quick question for you. Would you consider adding me to your class?
Sure.
I'd also like to talk to you about my future and stuff.
Absolutely.
Really? Oh, thank you. I'll study and train as hard as I can. Thanks so much.
Yeah, that's just 3 just wandering around. I'm pretty sure it's yellow dots is the ones I can recruit. There she is. Honestly, Takoida, and with sincerity, that's part of why I'm trying to recruit so many people now. I mean, other than the obvious fact of wanting everyone, but... yeah.
Your hair! Yes, I'm actually very...
Damn it! Faith, yeah, I knew that one. Magic and Faith, same thing Annette wanted. That is everyone. It's everyone I can recruit. Or I can try to. Hang on. No, it's not. There's one person I haven't tried. No, you're right. I don't want Sylvain. Sylvain must die. Ah, this is Cyril. I don't know if I can recruit him. Not an option. Okay. Okay, now I'm pretty sure that is in fact it. The off chance I'm screwing up.
Professor?
Alright, whose birthday is it? Lysithiz! Have some flowers.
I am grateful.
I just suck at the tea party thing so much, you know? There should be a tea party guide. Pick these options. Nothing else. Double checking. Yep, we're good. We good. Let's do it. I have no idea, Bio. Conflict in the Holy Tomb. A shocking truth is revealed. Don't say that in the briefing page. I also can't do the paralogs, which I feel really stupid about now that I'm thinking about it. So we're going to make another save. I guess that's true. Cyril will be older. So we're probably going to have to make a choice here. So I don't want you guys to vote yet, but again, we have to choose whether or not we're going to...
Professor? This is the Holy Tomb.
We have to choose between whether we're going to side with Edelgard or the Church. Those are our choices. And the only reason we even have that choice is because we went to the coronary. Otherwise, we would automatically side with the Church. So that's the choice coming up. Now, we'll see. Like, don't decide yet. I'm not taking stock yet, but just keep that in mind.
To think that there was such a vast space beneath the monastery all this time. It's hard to imagine that any of these enormous contraptions are of this world.
This is where the goddess who created this world was laid to rest, along with her children.
Can someone hit the lights, please?
It
There
is
we go.
said that our creator, the goddess Sothis, sat upon this very throne.
And yes, that's the one we've been seeing in our head this whole time.
Do you recognize this throne?
Oh yeah.
So long. I have waited so very long for this day. Sit upon the throne. I have no doubt you will be gifted a revelation from the goddess.
Yeah, sure.
Well?
Nothing happens, of course, because she already gave herself to save our life.
It was supposed to be but a step away. What could possibly be missing?
I just explained it to you.
Right there.
Don't move, any of you. If you move, your lives will be forfeit.
Who is this? I don't even recognize him. Mito Day? Mitadi? Who the hell is this dude?
Thank you ever so much for guiding us this far. The Imperial Army will now take possession of everything in the Holy Tomb.
What's the Imperial Army doing here?
Niscosta.
Wait, does he work for the Flame Emperor? So the Flame Emperor is connected to the Empire. I never thought that possible.
Really?
Did you know about this?
Yes. In fact, I gave the order. I am the Flame Emperor.
Lore shock. Ultimate lore shock. That's not even a reveal. Come on. Of course you're the frickin' Flame Emperor. I really, really wish there was an option in lore to say, well, duh.
I guess that's the end of play at school, Lady Edelgard. I mean, Your Majesty. Get to work, everyone. The crest stones belong to us now. And take those filthy bones, too.
Insolence! You will atone for the sin of trampling on this holy resting place. Professor, destroy these villainous traitors who dare dishonor our creator.
Wait, what's the meaning of this, Edelgard?
You made use of us? Why?
I'm sorry, my teacher. I cut this path, and now I must follow it. My friends, I ask that all of you stay back. It is not my intention to fight you. By order of the Adrestian Emperor, Edelgard von Hresvelg, I command you to collect the crest stones. If anyone attempts to stop us, kill them.
Okay.
I am grateful.
Like,
Why, thank you so much.
has she not seen me in battle? Seriously, has she not seen what I'm capable? I'm pretty sure I could solo all her troops right there. Without exaggeration. I guarantee you with one support, I could solo all her troops, or duo all her troops. Let's get him out of the party. No, we haven't reached the choice yet. There. There's our setup. So let's look at the map, shall we? That's not the map. Two demons, bunch of troops. No loot worth noting. Like, at all. That's... Honestly, I feel like I might just beeline for her. Because, I mean, come on, right? To my knowledge, no, Bio. If you're either of the other two factions, you tend to be pro-church. Well, that sucks, Uthor. But hopefully, you are now in charge of voting in her stead.
I will not allow such violence from the Empire. Strike down the rebels and protect the Holy Tomb.
The crest stones are in the caskets! Open every last one of them!
The Holy Tomb must not be desecrated. Protect as many of the crest stones as you can.
Okay.
Stay focused.
Are we supporting the church or the Empire? That's really all it boils down to. Do we support one evil faction or another? And I'm not even kidding about that. Alright, so... In fact, let's go ahead and set up a straw poll for this. I think this is a good time to set up a straw poll for this. I'm pretty sure, like, immediately after this is when we're going to get the choice. If it's not immediately after this, it's during the time skip. So... here's the straw poll. Voot! Now, this is going to sound weird, but I'm actually a little torn on this. More than I thought I would be. But yeah, I imagine the Empire's going to win. If it wasn't for Sothis and a lot of the other church members, I'd be more just pure Empire. But there's a lot of decent people in the church. And again, Sothis. How do I want to deal with this? Let's do this.
I will get the victory. That's my cue. Let us away.
Manuela is church, yeah. Out of curiosity, Nescosta, which story are you taking? Ah, yes, that's another thing. Flayn will only be with us with the church. In fact, I'm pretty sure who we get in the party will be very severely limited based on who we choose. This is part of why I haven't been super eager to upgrade everyone's classes for a while. Honestly, I don't know who's going to land on the church side or on the Empire side. The only one I'm reasonably certain of is, like, the extras I've recruited. You know, like Mercedes. But I'm pretty sure Flayn is going to be on the church.
Thank you.
Unfortunately, we really are a demigod at this point.
Each battle, a chance to grow.
Do we need the vampire sword? No. We have become as unto death, the destroyer of worlds.
Let's get to it.
Ready. Let's take them out.
I mean, I'm serious in my statement. These are two evil factions. Both of them have some good people, but these are two bad guys, and that's our choice. Interesting, by the way, in hindsight, considering several people have stated that this is the main plotline.
Take away. That is enough. Do you even know what those stones are?
God, some of those start way too close to those. That is just bullcrap. At least the retreat is way down there. This one, Black Eagle, Nascosta. In short, you get to play the bad guys or the other bad guys as the main plotline. Jesus! Oh, that's... no. They're both main plotline, to put it in a simplistic perspective. How far can you reach? Not that far. Damn it, Huthor. Ah, well. See you around, Dakota. Make sure you've voted before you left. Leave. I don't know, whatever.
Allow me to demonstrate.
Jesus Christ. 129 crit with an iron sword. Yeah, no, we're not overpowered. What are you talking about? You're on crack. Oh yeah, we know Edelgard's mentality. She wants to change the world.
Well done.
Not, although she has willingly allied with people like the incredibly evil guys. Eh. Die then. Hi.
Anywhere I can hide.
I will win!
One more success. Roar feet.
Not that I'm aware Ginger River's here. Sadly. And then she can keep moving because Pegasus Knights! Actually, any rider can do that, which is just nuts. You talk about hit and run. Holy crap. Dodge. That is a nimble horse.
Takes care of that.
And now I can keep moving because, you know, horse. A horse is a horse, of course, of course. I think I will. I mean, we've been killing her soldiers since literally the very first mission of the game, Bio. Remember, she hired those bandits who were trying to kill the noble kids. So this is old hat at this point. That's pretty good, Uthor. How are we doing on the pole here?
Not my first battle.
25 votes, guys. Come on. Surely I have more than 25 viewers right now.
This is going to hurt, okay?
Yes, that's right. Even as a dancer, she can still fling lightning. mean, I rest my case, you know? The problem is I'd have to set that up every time manually, Cloud. Which would be the suck part. Alright, so you kill him, Bernadetta the boss killer. Those used to be people, Ginger Overseer, who had gems infused into them to turn them into horrible demon things. Which obviously Edelgard is totally okay with, since she's doing that to innocent students. Or whoever. Whoever she's doing that to, we don't actually know the specifics. You know, Ingrid's just doing pretty good for being brand new here.
I did what I had to.
Cavalry, am I right? Speaking of... No, I feel you, Ginger Overseer. I really do.
I'd call that a win.
And now head down there. God, I love having cavalry. Where have you been all my life?
Good assist.
Oh, absolutely, Bio. I mean, it's gotten to the point where there are precious few of my units I don't trust going up against heavies. There's a couple, but it's literally a couple. Well, I've never liked the taste of it, Ginger, but also it absolutely destroys my throat. So, you know, I've got kind of a double reason there. Really? Okay. Sure, we'll do this instead. Hey, what's up?
Let the lesson begin.
Lesson number 1. This is the afterlife.
Thank you.
Oh, I just missed... Okay, I'm gonna have to save that for the next time you said that.
My heart is full of victory.
Did the trick. Another one down.
Jeez, Bernadetta. Just wrecking face as always. Like you do.
I am...
You ever watch Babylon 5, Ginger Overseer?
Thanks.
No, Bio.
Tech.
Oh, no. It's more like, this isn't really a spoiler, but a little way into Season 2, you find out that there's this technology which is used to program individuals. The way it works is it has to basically remove the person's existing consciousness and replace it with the program. So the way it does that is it locks the person's memory into the moment of their death. So they just experience so the actual real person is just experiencing their death over and over and over and over again in an endless loop while the program is running the actual bodily functions.
You fought well.
Oh no, it's not punishment, it's just a tool.
Predictable.
Used by the good guys, obviously. Obviously. They have to be the good guys. They say they're the good guys. Why would they be lying? Okay, don't die, Dorothea.
Well...
Yeah, Psychor are definitely the good guys. Hey, Bernadetta. Get him. Yeah, use this bow.
I thought I was dead.
Well, they have this thing called the Cloud, Ginger Overseer, which I'm not going to spoil. But basically, imagine something completely cutting a planet off from everything outside of the planet. And you can probably understand how terrifying the Cloud is. That's not even its proper term, but again, I'm trying to dodge spoilers here. Okay, we can make that work.
Should I have held back?
Is...
Dance, water, dance! Oh, sorry.
Well done.
Dance, Commander Dance? Hmm.
That is that.
See, I've killed a lot of your people. Are you willing to surrender yet? Like, I'm just... It's on the table, I'm just saying. You don't need to all die. Not if you don't wanna. Whatever, die, as they say.
Better luck next time.
No, I think we killed all the robbers near those.
Yeah, so nice of you.
I'm told it's fine to kill those who resist. Now then, how shall I cook you?
I prefer medium well, myself. Okay. Sure, Permeus, go ahead. So, how do you prefer your hamburger? Methode?
No hesitation.
Wait. No. I was just following orders. I just...
Well, I don't know who that guy was, but he's dead. Music goes back to normal. Such a dumb dance. Well, time to go kill Edelgard by myself. Like you do. I'd like to say it was nice knowing you, but I'd be lying. What are you linking me, Bio? Oh look, a whole bunch of ranged characters. This could actually suck, so let's see what we can do here, shall we?
I call that a win.
Really, Bio?
Okay.
Had to be done.
Yeah, I don't think anyone else is voting. I sure hope you guys also vote. That's a little too one-sided of a vote for me. We need 8 more people to vote.
I'll manage.
I'll celebrate later. This is bad.
Yeah, just stay put. Nip, 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 nip.
Did the trick.
I suppose I should go and admit I did too, Permius. Well, if Bragwin was here, you could get an invite. But without, I'm afraid there's nothing that can help you. Hi, Edelgard.
Professor, I will make no excuses. Thank you for all that you did for me.
Aye.
In truth, no. Let's leave it at that.
Okay, I accept that. Nice armor.
Predictable.
So, yeah, you didn't learn your lessons well, did you?
So, the end has come.
I got a rusted bow. Oh, that's a good rusted. Increase the amount of skill experience earned. Holy crap! I'm gonna put that on me. Let's dump the steel sword. Advanced steel. MVP, the one who soloed the entire western flank by himself. I'm kidding. Yeah, that is a very good item. So, just in case, we're going to finally go have an extra save file down there.
You have disappointed me, Edelgard. To think that a descendant of House Hresvelg would dare betray the Holy Church.
So, it is my teacher who stands in my way. I always knew it would come to this.
Professor, kill Edelgard at once. She is a danger to all of Fodlan. Such a rebellious heart cannot be allowed to keep beating.
Donna. So yeah, this is the choice right here. So let's do a final refresh here. Yeah, wow. So overwhelmingly in support of the evil empire. Sorry. I wonder who we're going to lose as this. It'll be interesting to see. Are you certain? Yeah.
You. How dare you?
My teacher, thank you.
Yeah, next time, maybe you should ask me. Do you know how many of your troops I just butchered?
But are you certain that... No. Now isn't the time for discussion.
Words cannot properly express my gratitude, Professor.
Blah, blah, blah. Let's go.
So, this is the choice you have made. You are just another failure. Your presence soils this holy tomb and disgraces my brethren. I will not allow one who would lend our enemies strength to wield the power of the goddess Sothis. I have passed judgment, and now I shall rip your chest open and take back your heart myself!
That must be the Immaculate One.
Yes. The monsters that have controlled Fodlan in secret for far too long. Rhea is their leader.
There's no time to waste. Your Majesty, Professor, we must escape while we can.
Why? We could probably take that. I'm just saying. I think we got that. So let's save that save, because that's at the choice. We'll probably just leave that save there.
Part 1. White Clouds. Lone Moon. Outset of a power struggle. Together, the people of Fodlan relish the beauty of the brilliant moon overhead as another year ends. They recall sad partings and new acquaintances alike, but each person must still walk their chosen path alone. With each day, the presence of spring grows stronger, and yet a lone moon still haunts the sky, a silent reminder, perhaps, of some inescapable truth.
I'm going to be clear, if we have another month of business as usual at the monastery, I'm giving this a negative to story right here.
We somehow managed to escape.
This is one of the Imperial Army's provisional camps. Here we can organize our forces.
Before we go any further, I want all of you to really ask yourselves if you're certain you wish to join us.
You know what? Hang on. Hang on. Negative to story. This is long overdue, honestly. There's just too many moments where these cutscenes are stupid, just to put that as bluntly as I can. Okay. I command you to recover the crest stones. Kill any in your way. No, the choice should have happened before that mission. That's when that choice should have happened. And then she would have been like, I am super evil. And then they would have been like, oh my gosh, we must flee. And then the mission itself only happens if you side with Rhea. Instead, what happens is we side with Rhea, no choice, because Edelgard decides to be a frickin' moron, just to put that as bluntly as I can, and sends off people to hunt and kill her own people. And then she's like, oh, very well, join us. You know, it's just, what? That's just a painful story moment. And you know what? You could still have the mission playable on both paths. So if you side with the church, you play it as we saw. You defend the tomb, you defeat the boss guy, I can't even remember his frickin' name, and he dies, the end. If you decide to join Edelgard, we regroup, and then like our next mission is an infiltration mission to go steal the crest stones. Basically the same mission from the other side. Either way, you could have made that work, and instead you decided to be awkward and stupid about it. And I'm saying this is a negative to story because this is just nonsensical from an in-character perspective. She literally just tried to kill us. Are you sure you really want to join us? No! Anyways, so let's see who we end up losing here.
As expected, Flayn has chosen to leave our ranks.
Yeah, I saw that one coming, honestly.
When I saw our professor running off, I ran about as fast as I could to catch up.
Caspar, death finds those who run without thinking. You gave no thought to the war fog. My grandfather was the leader of Bridget, and I hope for us to be allies with the Empire. I will be staying.
I'm just amused. Gaspar joins us because I joined us. And Petra, what is with this music? We just joined the evil. Has no one else remembered the things she has done and been implicitly involved in? Like turning students into monsters so they could massacre the other students? Or how about the innocent villagers who were infected by a rage plague to murder each other? I know she didn't do those directly, but that was still being done at the behest of her allies she has barely reprimanded. If Venters is working with me, and Venters goes off and butchers the town, and I say, you probably shouldn't have done that, Venters, and he's like, yeah, piss off. I'm pretty implicit in that, I think. Anyways.
Was this a good idea? Did I make the right choice?
Bernadetta chooses us because they don't explain it.
But my family is part of the Empire, and our professor is here.
That's, you know what, actually that's very human. I'll let that one slide.
You're fine here with us, Bernie. Though it's true certain houses were against the Imperial Princess.
I assume you're referring to my family. I must believe that the conclusion I came to was the correct one. You are the Emperor now. I am the only one left who is qualified to guide you at this point.
Yeah, the other paths don't really indicate that. So, by the way, spoilers, I think I've already told you this, but without the professor involved, each of the leaders becomes the worst version of themselves. Now think about how bad Edelgard is now. Now imagine how bad she is on the other two paths. Just picture that for a second.
I'm only here because I know it would be troublesome to stand against you.
I'm not just here for you, Adi. I'm here to follow our dear professor. Of course, I don't have any territory to offer, so Hubie may not even want me here.
The greater our numbers, the better. Your reasons for being here are of no consequence.
I think I understand where you're coming from. But now, I wish to hear of your resolve.
I can one-shot everyone in this room by myself. That's my resolve. Any questions?
Like you, I have risen to meet my destiny. I cut this path, and I will see it through to the end. Following me is akin to pointing a sword at the goddess herself. One misstep, and we fall to our ruin. You have now witnessed the Archbishop's true self. She is a cruel beast. Those who rule this world use that beast's power to fabricate miracles, all to control those who blindly believe in the goddess.
Yeah, by the way, we are literally the bad guys now. We're not like pure evil, but we are the antagonists of this story. Now, I'm okay with that. In fact, as I pointed out earlier, I think it's interesting that the main storyline involves siding with one antagonist or siding with another antagonist. Because the Church and the Evil Empire are the two main bad guy groups of this story, clearly. And I know a little bit about the other two sides, and Claude and Dimitri are far more the typical, we're the good guys trying to fight against the evil forces paths. We are straight up the bad guys.
They conceal the truth and force their lies on the nobility. They mercilessly annihilate anyone who defies them.
Now that's true. We've seen how messed up the Church is, remember? That's been true since like chapter 2.
I know this because I have lived it. After what you have seen, is there any room for doubt?
Indeed, I have seen you order troops to come kill me. Now I know what you're thinking. Lore! She has to make hard decisions to be an emperor. Okay, let's not argue from a moralistic perspective. Let's argue from a pragmatic perspective. You decided to send a whole bunch of troops who were slaughtered by me and my elite forces. You just sent stormtroopers up against Luke Skywalker. No, I take that back. Against Darth Vader.
The Church of Saros has great influence and power. Their control over the lords of the kingdom and the Alliance is nearly absolute.
Her and her troops were the stormtroopers. I'm Darth Vader.
We are the only ones who can stop this indomitable enemy that has plagued our world for ages. We fight for humanity.
For all of Fodlan.
Now, I will admit I'm on board with her ideal. She wants to basically completely destroy the status quo, to remove the church from power, and to completely remove the very concept of crest-based nobility. And I am completely in favor of that. It's just, I feel like all of her brains dribbled out into her hair and bleached it white.
If you dare walk this path with me, take your first step. It's now or never. Thank you, my friends. We are the true face of the Empire, and we will triumph!
That was incredible, Lady Edelgard.
Thank you. Honestly, I'm relieved. They really chose to follow me.
You probably should have asked earlier.
I was resolved to move forward alone if I had to. But in my heart, I hoped it wouldn't come to that.
So long as I am here, you will never be alone. Please do not forget that. And it would seem that the professor also has a key role to play in this.
I love how hesitant he sounds there. I'd like to think it's because he has enough of a brain to recognize that we are terrifyingly dangerous. Granted, I'm a little overleveled, but even in lore, the professor is a death machine.
You're right. Now, I must speak with our dear teacher. Please, make preparations. The messenger should be here shortly.
Consider it done.
Professor, may I speak with you?
No. And she's dead.
I appreciate it.
Listen. I've had it about up to here with all of this crap. So you can be forthright with me, or you can be on the end of my sword. And I'm really not picky right now.
I'm just anxious. It feels like the weight of this burden is crushing me. At this very moment, on my orders, I'm starting a war. An army far larger than the one that attacked the Holy Tomb last month will soon be locked in battle. Long-devised strategies are unfolding across Fodlan. Leaders are deciding their loyalties and preparing to fight. So many generals and soldiers will die. It's inevitable that civilians will get caught up in the chaos as well.
I'm sorry, as your professor, I need to correct you. It's were caught up. You need to use past tense when referring to events that have already happened.
There will be countless casualties.
That, again.
With a single command, the flames of war will rage across all corners of this realm. And I am the one who is giving the order.
Do you wish to stop? That's a dumb question.
Yes, it is. There is no turning back. No matter how much blood flows at my feet, I will not relent. We must break the bonds that the depraved church has placed on Fodlan. These sacrifices will allow us to create a future where we never need sacrifice again. It may seem contradictory, but it's the only way. Listen to me. I made up my mind long ago. Yet here I am, seeking your approval. Tell me the truth, my teacher. Are you happy with your decision to stay by my side? Unlike me, you can still walk away from all of this. This path leads to the death of the Archbishop and the servants of the Church. Can you live with that?
Yeah. I like how I don't get a choice here. I'm kinda with you, Tessie. I think the biggest problem I have here is I feel like they want Edelgard and the Empire to be a... How do I phrase this? Good villains. I don't mean like well-written. I mean I do mean well-written. What I mean is like good, aligned, villainous individuals. People who are willing to do horrible things because they have a legitimately positive outcome they're striving for. You know what I mean? Basically, we're not the good guys, but we're also not... The problem is, it feels like they don't know how to write that. So instead we come across as... Oh, it's a puppy, who's so cute. And it just becomes bipolar. Well, from what I understand, Dimitri's path is basically the typical Fire Emblem path. You are the good guy. You are leading the good guys to defeat the bad guys. And that is just straight linear. I don't know much about Claude's path.
I never thought... I'm sorry, it was a foolish question. I believe in you, Professor. And you believed in me. With that knowledge, I have the strength to keep fighting. Let's go. There's something I need to say to Hubert.
Yeah,
The latest report indicates that our main army is advancing as planned. Also, the preparations for your manifesto are almost complete.
We will be distributing our manifesto to every lord within Fodlan. We will expose the dark side of the Church of Seros, and the foul practices of the nobles from the Kingdom and the Alliance. We will force the people of Fodlan to open their eyes to the truth, and relinquish any remaining conviction to unite against the Empire.
As an aside, I'm just a little bit disappointed that this isn't a political conflict. I know that sounds weird, it's just, I was hoping for more politics in this game. Instead, we are an idealistic force. To explain what I mean by that, when Prussia attacked France, actually France declared war on Prussia, but whatever. When the Franco-Prussian War happened, there was no ideology there. There was no mentality. It was just a political war. It was being done for political reasons. A lot of the War of the Alliance over in Final Fantasy Tactics was done because of political reasons rather than ideological ones. However, too often I've noticed fiction, especially war fiction, tends to lead towards ideological conflicts. A perfectly good example of this is the Alliance and the Horde over in World of Warcraft. Neither of whom fight each other for political reasons, or tend to fight against their enemies for political reasons, but because they're the bad guys, or because they are against their ideology, right? So here we are, and we're fighting for an ideology. We're literally trying to tear down the nobility. The very concept, the very infrastructure of the church and the nobility. Like, this is basically the... I can't think of the name of it. Oh, what's it called? The big religious conflict that happened in Europe when the Catholic Church was splitting into the Protestants and... I can't remember the other big faction. Help me out. Somebody knows what I'm talking about. The 30 Years' War. Thank you. Like, this is kind of like the 30 Years' War, except we're the faction that's just trying to gut the church entirely from the factions. Anyways, moving on.
Certain nobles have already offered us their support.
Yes, there are other nobles who oppose the church. We will condemn those who deserve condemnation, and forgive those who deserve forgiveness.
Yes, carrot and stick, I get it.
We've already purged some of the Imperial nobles who are morally rotten. My father among them. How unfortunate.
And soon we will invade and conquer Garreg Mach. Our main army has already departed the Imperial capital. They will arrive at the monastery in 2 weeks' time.
So where do you want your Darth Vader? Look, I'm sorry. One of the things I always liked about Star Wars is that Vader was always the Death Star of the Empire. You know what I mean? He was the nuclear option. He was always deployed very specifically because he was the biggest stick the Galactic Empire could wield. That's what we should be here, and I will actually enjoy this if they portray us as the Vader. I'm worried we're just going to be another commander, and we really shouldn't be.
There, we will join forces with them. As for us, I'd like your opinion on how we should be positioned within the army.
Oh, we're the sword. We are the sword.
Your Majesty intends to fight alongside the Professor, correct? In that case, you will not be incorporated into the Empire's main army.
No, I won't.
You can move freely about the battlefield under supervision of the Imperial forces. That would be most prudent.
Now that I'm the Emperor, we can't let it slip that I'm following your command in battle, Professor.
I fully object to the notion of you fighting on the front lines.
Hubert, we've already discussed this.
My apologies. I overstepped.
Now that the details are settled, all that's left is to come up with a name for ourselves. In honor of our time at the Academy, how about we call ourselves the Black Eagle Strike Force?
Okay.
I'm so happy you feel that way. I must confess that I spent all night thinking about it.
That doesn't surprise me.
To you to prepare the Black Eagle Strike Force for departure.
Seriously, I want you to picture a game where you play as Darth Vader being the nuke of the Empire. Okay, here's the situation. It's incredibly well defended, and the Hutts have total control of this, and they have multiple ships in orbit, and we just can't seem to infiltrate it. Darth Vader, can you deal with this? That's his only response. Yeah, that is kind of what Doom was, yeah. So here's our new base. It's a little more condensed than, you know, I was hoping for, but whatever. Yeah, not great. Can we finally do some support convos? Oh, we can do quite a few, yes. Let's do this one first.
What is it, Hubert?
Nothing in particular. I was just recalling your impressive skill with the bow. I'm willing to bet you could put an arrow through the neck of an enemy general from quite a distance. In fact, to any leader's bodyguard, I would go so far as to say you pose the most dangerous kind of threat.
Don't worry your fragile little self. Your lady princess is safe. I wouldn't shoot my employer.
I would certainly hope not. But there are some mercenaries to whom a contract means little. And you would do well to remember that Lady Edelgard is no mere princess. You should take care to learn the proper form of address for your employer.
I said lady. I already told you, I'm not going to break the princess's contract.
What did I just say?
Proper address. Right. Next time.
My patience has limits, you know. For the moment, you may stand in Lady Edelgard's good graces. But if you become a problem, I will not hesitate to eliminate you.
You're unstable, Hubert. Be careful who you threaten. I don't take kindly to those who get in the way of my contracts.
Is that a threat?
Just some advice.
Looks like we kept... Okay, so now I got to... God, I just said like 3 things. Okay, first, Ingrid... excuse me, Shamir. Shamir looks like what I pictured you would be like, Tessie. Second of all, it looks like we... This is why I was going on such a recruiting spree before the end there. Because it looks like we are locked in. I figured you guys were going to pick Empire. And I think this is it. I think we're never going to get anyone else. Or if we do, it'll be the bad guys. So... we kept Marianne, Ingrid, Leonie, and Mercedes, Manuela, and Shamir. We kept some other people who are irrelevant as well. It looks like the only one we lost was Flane.
Ugh, I'm so sick of it all. There is so much to be done, yet all I encounter are new problems and pitfalls. Ugh, sometimes I wish I could spend just one day doing absolutely nothing and gorging myself on sweets. Do you mean it? Just the thought makes me happy. But Hubert would never allow it.
That is exactly what I was about to say. That's too bad.
Indeed. It may not be possible now, but one day we will know the joys of idling. Mark my words. Is that a smirk I spy? Is it so amusing to you, me daydreaming of free time?
Me? I would never make someone who daydreams of having free time.
Your silly grin says otherwise. But let's put all that aside for now. There is something I've been meaning to tell you. I'm afraid this might sound a bit sentimental. However, I want to thank you. Because of you, I feel I can walk my fated path without losing myself.
Like I said, she becomes pretty evil if you're not here for her, so I could believe that.
If I were alone, I might have lost perspective and become a harsh leader with a heart of ice. But I'm not alone. With you by my side, I'm somehow free to be not only a leader, but simply Edelgard. Until now, no one has been able to surpass me, much less command me. I have always been seen as an untouchable princess or emperor. No one spoke to me as an equal or met my gaze without flinching. It was lonely, terribly lonely. The only person I could rely on as I tried to claw my way out of the darkness was myself. But you have been a brilliant light. Somehow you have chased the darkness away. And for that, I will always be grateful.
It's the hair. Catches all the light. I actually think these didn't happen in the past. In fact, I think technically these conversations are supposed to happen in the future after we've conquered the Garrick Mach. That's what I think is happening there. It's either that or they are even lazier than I think, and these conversations are just using generic backgrounds. Take your pick.
I may return to Galatea territory and try to convince my father to join our cause. It's possible that... No. In my heart, I know that my father won't listen. Still, I must get him to see reason. That this is the only way to ensure our family's future.
Hold up. Wrong button. I don't know what you're talking about. Mercedes goes up to S, Console Hut. I was going to say, to my knowledge, there's only a couple restrictions on romance. Obviously, you can't romance the mains or the secondaries of the house. You'll notice we can't romance Hubert. And you can't romance people who are not into your gender. We can't romance Ferdinand because he's into girls. Same with Casper. Same with Felix, actually. And Ignatz. And Hanneman's a teacher. Eloise might be romanceable based on that. Yeah, you can romance Linhart. I forgot he was a guy. Look, it's a portrait, okay? And I haven't been using him in a while. I like how the people we've recruited who are not part of this house actually have dialogue relevant to the fact that we're part of the Empire now.
Surely this is what the goddess willed, isn't it? I feel she would not have wanted the Church of Saros to become what it has.
Now that's an interesting perspective, because I agree. If you think about it for a second, it's not that hard to presume that a divine deity would actually be disgusted by how the church is converted into a force of horribleness in the wake of politics, right?
I believe that this is the first time we have met. My name is Ladislava.
Hi.
I have the great honor of leading Lady Edelgard's personal guard. Her Majesty is as hard on others as she is on herself. She may seem composed, but that is only because she conceals her more passionate emotions. For that reason, she is often misunderstood. But now she has you by her side. I find that most reassuring. I look forward to working with you.
So are you, like, the same as the other guy I just butchered in one hit?
I'm Randolph von Berglies. I'm not very high in the ranks yet, but I'm more or less a general. Just like Caspar, I'm from House Berglies. My mother married into House Berglies after I was born, so My position within the family is rather lowly.
I'm sorry. He has the exact same type of shoulder as, I can't think of his name, boisterous guy. It's just smaller. It's even on the same shoulder. It's on his left shoulder pad.
But I'm determined to make something of myself in this battle to bring glory to my part of the family, for the sake of my mother and sister.
All right. To think things would come to this. Even a few months ago, I never could have imagined it. I believe in you, Professor, so I'm steeling myself. I can't promise that I'll be useful in battle, but I'm not running away from the fight.
Is this yours? Why do you still have this box of stuff from the I can't think of the friggin' name, the Academy? Well, you see.
I've heard the name Lord Vestra mentioned among the purged noble families of the Empire. He's Hubert's father, but Hubert seems rather unconcerned about it. That alone is why we soldiers find Hubert quite frightening. Oh.
Professor. So, you've turned against the Church to ally with the Empire too, huh? I've never pressed him for details, but Captain Gerald was always suspicious of Lady Rhea, wasn't he? I'm on your side no matter what. I promised him I'd support you, and that's what I plan to do.
I really am happy they actually have these dialogues, confirming their choice to split, which makes me even more angry that there's so many characters we didn't get I was trying to recruit.
I've been preparing to take this path. My own path, not my old man's, and not the boar's.
All I'm going to say about the romance thing is I'm just glad they're not doing the Dragon Age 2 thing, because I've always felt that's just straight lazy.
Imagine making half the world your enemy for the sake of realizing your own ideals. Edelgard is so radiant and strong compared to someone like me. What if I have the power to change the world too? Even just a little bit.
I mean, you're on my squad, so...
I don't even get my own room here. At least I had that at home. But speaking of home, Hubert told me something. He said my father was stripped of his title. I guess he did as he pleased and opposed Edelgard. Wait, does that mean my father's going to be home all the time now?
No, it means he's dead.
On second thought, I think I'm fine right here.
But yeah, the reason I call Dragon Age 2 lazy is because you could romance whatever and they just never reference gender. Now, I'm not against bi, that's not the point. My point was they did that specifically because it is easier and cheaper to program. Basically, it involves a substantially less amount of work. You just have to have a romance path, and then just very carefully omit any reference to gender, and bam, you're done. It also presumes everyone is bi, which is not true. You know, I think Inquisition did a better job of it. They sat down and said, okay, here's all the main characters, and they basically decided their preferences, and some were bi, and some were straight, and some were not straight, whatever the terminology for that is at this point. And then they allowed those as appropriate. That makes more sense to me, personally.
I asked Edelgard what happened to my father. He was dismissed as Prime Minister, and is under house arrest in the Imperial capital. He always was a greedy, arrogant man. Some would say that this is the fate he deserves. And yet I cannot help but feel indignant. After all his hard work for the Empire, to be disgraced like this. I am conflicted, Professor. I do not know what to do. As the next Duke Ire, should I follow Edelgard into battle?
Oh. Hey, is this yours?
How?
Just checking. Just checking.
Interesting. The most important nobles in the Empire are known for taking power from the previous emperor, my father included. I didn't think it possible that the Imperial Princess could ascend the throne so easily. However, it seems that both my father and Caspar's are supporting Edelgard. Having both the Minister of Domestic Affairs and Minister of Military Affairs on your side gives you total control over the Empire's military and finances. You must have been making preparations for quite some time without anyone noticing.
Yeah, I'm with you on that, Tessie.
That's not.
Just while we're here.
That's not. That's not. That's not.
Ah.
That could have gotten dangerous fast. If I stayed at the monastery, I would have had to fight my father. We aren't especially close, but he's not an opponent I'd want to face. I'd almost rather fight a monster.
You've done that several
Anyway,
times.
it looks like he's going to be leading the western units. I wonder if we'll wind up fighting the Kingdom's army, and who decided to fight for the church. What's that? What's that? What's that? What's that? What's that? What's that?
Ferdinand's father was one of the big proponents of the experiments that were done on her, and all her siblings that killed her other 9 siblings.
I'm a soldier, but I had to think long and hard about this one. Since birth, I've believed in the teachings of Saros without ever questioning them. But Her Majesty's words are true. To think that the Archbishop can take on such a monstrous form.
Wait, that's what swayed you? Really?
Yes.
There it is.
To be frank, I'm not sure whether I should believe all that Edelgard says. But if her words are true, I think it's best to be her ally. So I'll fight. I'm not at ease with that decision just yet, but I'll stick by it.
I mean, honestly, I would like to see more of that. People who are choosing what they're choosing because they recognize that a war is happening, and you basically have to pick a side. And so they pick a side.
Black Eagle Strike Force, eh? I like it. It's really a twist of fate that brought me to this side of things, but I'm still proud to be here.
Teacher, I asked Edelgard what happened to my father. And yet as the next...
Sorry. I already talked to you, sorry.
The Empire and Bridget were once warring with each other. But now, I have made the decision to be fighting with the Empire. It is a choice of irony, I feel. But I am having no regrets. My belief is with you, and with Edelgard.
Edelgard became Emperor and raised an army, huh? Who knew the kid had it in her? I mean, yeah, of course, I knew she'd be Emperor eventually, but the more I think about it, the more surprised I am. I wonder who's gonna win.
I'll give you a hint. Whoever's side I'm on is going to win. Guaranteed.
Thinking about it makes me scared. We're fighting the Knights of Saros. Still, I know you'll figure something out.
I almost regret that we're actually a deployable character, because we really are just death walking. You know? Like, if we were a pure tactician, this would be more about how amazing of a leader we are, rather than the fact that we're Darth Vader. I am glad you're enjoying, Tessie. Honestly, I've been looking at the pluses and minuses over there, and I think I'm agreeing with that more and more. The gameplay is a bit of a mixed bag, but still leaning heavily on the positive side of things. In fact, there's 2 potentials to positive to gameplay that I'm sitting on that I'm probably going to codify. The story... I like the support combos. I've grown to care about the characters quite a bit.
I came this far mostly on impulse, but I wonder if it was the right choice. Everything will be okay, right, Professor? I'm not wrong, am I? If I know that you think it's okay, I feel like it will be easier to believe in myself.
Something's been occurring to me lately, though, and it's kind of bothering me. See, here's the catch. We're about to have a time skip, right? Like, probably at the end of this chapter. So either they're just going to say 3 years later, which is going to irritate me, or something's going to happen to us. Like, we'll be stuck in a time stasis, or we'll go into a coma, or we'll be locked into ice, or we'll be thrown into prison, or something for 5 years. And... what, Discosta? And that's probably going to irritate me too. Sorry, to finish my thoughts there. I guess we'll find out.
It is not up to Her Majesty to bring the students to our cause. That task falls to you.
Really, Tessie? Well, don't tell me.
Forsaken their homeland homelands to join the Empire will be feeling vulnerable. You are uniquely able to provide emotional support. Please use that gift to guide others down the path that Lady Edelgard has laid before us. I ask you to do this from the bottom of my heart.
Oh god, you're right. Point 2, 3, and 4 are all for character and support stuff. You're right. Didn't even think about that. Yeah, so far I don't think the main story deserves a single positive. I am not impressed. Like I've said before, I can only think of 2 Fire Emblems where I think the main story would deserve a positive. It's 4 and 7.
We will join forces with the main army and attack Garreg Mach. It's a fortress built on steep ground, but it's never seen battle. That means we don't know much about it from a military perspective. But if we use all of the power at our disposal, we will capture it.
Okay.
From a purely mathematical standpoint, we most certainly have the power to win. If the battle becomes a clash of beasts within human strength, you will be our only hope. I believe in you.
Holy crap.
To lead the Black Eagle Strike Force to victory.
Are we literally being treated as we should be as the tactical nuke?
A lot.
Yeah, we'll see if the story's better in the second half. Oh, let's get a save in. We don't need to. It's about to do it for us. God, we just jump right into the battle here. Which I'm okay with. Well, that is pretty horrible, Bregman. I don't know.
We will soon arrive at Garreg Mach Monastery. Forcing a surrender here is extremely significant, both strategically and symbolically.
This is the 15th, I believe, what you're gonna do? Oh, excuse me, 16th.
Of course, this is personal as well. This is where we all came together to learn and grow. I have no intention of yielding to our former classmates, so I ask that you prepare yourselves for anything.
I hate to point this out, and I'm not saying this is a negative, but this is definitely the absence of a positive. It's only the local, it's only the House Black Eagle troops in these little cutscenes. Whereas the other students should be in these cutscenes, the one we managed to recruit, you know? It'd be nice if they were also present and had a line to acknowledge that they're here.
I'm not thinking about friends right now, and I'm certainly not prepared.
Damn it, don't go around saying things that lower morale before we even get started. I'm ready. Let's go. Let's fight.
I have nothing to lose aside from my friends who are here with me. Does that answer satisfy you?
I have been ready for this since leaving my land of home. I will fight and win.
How can you prepare to fight? Maybe I can prepare to prepare.
There is no reason that I should not be prepared. It is my duty to stand up and battle.
Yeah, 4 is genealogy. 7 is the one that's usually just called Fire Emblem on the Game Boy Advance. It was the first one that came out in the States, if that helps. The Fire Emblem here is probably our crest, although it changes from game to game. In each given game, the Fire Emblem is usually one significant element in the story, like a sacred artifact or a powerful object or something that's part of a dragon or, you know, whatever.
Thank you all. Now, let's talk strategy.
As the raiding force, we will attack the area nearest to the monastery. The Knights of Seiros certainly won't stand down after they catch sight of Her Majesty and the Professor. At the same time, the remaining areas will be surrounded and annihilated by the main army.
Exactly what you're going to do. Imagine if the Final Fantasy was something that was present in each game. So like in FF4, there was a crystal that was called the Final Fantasy, and that's what we use to compel Zeromus to become vulnerable, you know, something like that. I'm still debating this, Ghosta. See, the problem is, I don't know if that would deserve a separate positive, especially since so much of the plot has actually devolved into negatives. 4 of the negatives I'm giving there are related to the main plot.
In other words, we are the decoy that must suppress the enemy's most elite soldiers.
Okay.
We know more about the area near the monastery than anyone else in the Imperial Army. Still, we must prepare for the worst. It's possible we will have to face the Archbishop's true form, the Immaculate One. Fight with all you have, but don't be reckless. As promised, I will leave the command to our professor.
Not only will we all survive this, but we will undoubtedly emerge victorious.
This will be our first battle as the Black Eagle Strike Force. All the more reason to prevail.
Oh god, the Immaculate One's gonna do something to us, and that's gonna cause the time skip, isn't it? I mean, you notice we're attacking the headquarters of the church, right? There's no way we're gonna win this. Unless we are, and then they're gonna seek support in the kingdom. And that's why we're gonna fight the kingdom. Never mind, that makes sense. I have actually seen that variant, and I agree. It sounds good to me. I am hopeful they can turn it into some good stuff. Even though they have seemingly ejected STO from continuity for the shows. We'll see, I suppose. Okay, let's take a look at the map, shall we? Who the hell are these two idiots? Oh, whatever. Yeah, this just screams boss arena right here, doesn't it? But first we have to kill Seteth. I kind of hope we can let him live, actually. How do I want to do this? Well, my lineup's exactly what I want it to be, so that's nice. I mean, I lost Flane. It's the only part that sucks. And I can't get rid of Hubert. You suck, Hubert. Get out of my party. Oh, well. My lineup is almost exactly what I want. Hubert instead of Flane, but that's acceptable, I guess.
Friends, our opportunity for victory will come. But first, we must see to our defenses. The city's defenders are trying to stall for time. We must crush them swiftly. We should be wary of ambushes as well.
Yeah, but he's dumb and nobody likes Hubert.
Ladislava is being pushed on the left flank. We must push back with equal force.
Actually, I like that idea, Bregwin. Especially given that I know with total certainty we will have the option to not kill Seteth and Flane.
Stay focused.
You know, and the evil path that we are doing. Hang on. Do I want to do that again? Yeah, I kind of do. In fact, I'm going to go ahead and turn off animations. That's how much I just want to crush these people. So, I'll handle the middle flank. By yourself? Yes.
That's my cue.
Much needed.
Hi. How are things?
I guess I...
Maybe Ventures? I told you I was Darth Vader. Nobody listens to me.
Take them out.
Ready.
Wait, are you? Yep, you are.
I will get the victory. Here we go.
Hubert, you just go die in a fire.
Let's get to it.
Oh no.
Edelgard, you're kind of pathetic right now. Like, I know that's weird since you're level 29, but you're so slow. I don't think you can do anything by the time all the other battles will be resolved, so... You just chill there. Wait for the extra wave of reinforcements I think is going to come. What? They have bat... I didn't even see that.
Predictable.
By the way, this is actually my strategy. If you're missing it, if you haven't seen me do this before, I deliberately provoke counterattacks so I can kill more than one unit per turn. Yeah, no kidding, Cloud. Yep, there's reinforcements just popping wherever. Like you do. The win condition is to kill all of them, too. That's the best part.
Now, hidden soldiers, attack!
Now that he's gotten past us and killed our inner line! I think we weren't supposed to get that far this first turn. Dancers are awesome. What can I tell? What can I say? Hey, what's up?
Traitor! I will not forgive you for turning on Rhea.
Nice wyvern.
I cannot yield.
Senna, please, do not overextend yourself. I am still in this fight.
I'm sorry, Flame. Withdraw if you must.
So anyways, there's the enemy commander.
Such power.
Like, under normal rules of warfare, they should have, like, panic or damage to their morale or something. I mean, come on. Yeah, I'm gonna have to go kill Flame. That sucks.
I will prevail.
Yeah, Nescosta, we're gonna have to go kill Flame. That sucks. I liked Flame. Oh well. Death.
Well done.
Whatever. I guess that's true, Goldflavius. I mean, I wasn't expecting it anyways. It's just, it would have been nice, you know? Something.
Thanks so much.
Oh god, that's true. I am literally blessed by the goddess. And I am fighting the church. Oh, I hope they acknowledge that in story. Because they should. I mean, think about it for a second. Here, you go there and... Actually, no, you go here. You be worthless. Yeah. Yeah, that's actually not worth it, I don't think. Yeah, wielding a sacred relic granted to us by the Archbishop. I really hope they acknowledge that. Oh, I'm sure they'll try to spin it, Goldflavius. I just hope they do something to acknowledge it, you know what I'm saying?
Too slow.
God, I love cavalry. I can't wait till all my people are cavalry.
Predictable.
Hi. We're serving 15 flavors of death today. Which particular flavor would you like? Especially if you kill my Dorothea. Which they're about to do. Oh, it missed. HP. Damn. Well, whatever. Flavor number 37!
It seems I've exhausted this topic.
Wait, did we just max out Assassin? I'll have to check that. Remind me to check that after this. That would be very cool, Bio. You know, I can still attack you from here, you know that, right? I just want you to be aware of that. It's flavor 48.
Yeah, sweet of you.
Actually, hang on. Yeah, that's what I thought. I got other uses for you. Head over to the east flank.
You'll be repaid.
You're weak.
Oh, you want the purgatory flavor? Oh, that's a rare one. Not a lot of people request that. I don't think so, no. It's only navigatable by flyers, but it doesn't have any stat ups on it. Unlike, say, that. Because you can actually see the stat... Where's the talk option? I'm sorry, where is it? Where is it? I didn't see it. Where is it? Who had it? Who had it? It's Petra. What?
I will get the victory.
Just what we need. I knew Her Majesty's allies would help us out.
I didn't even see that. Like, they haven't used talk in so long. Or rather, the last time they used talk, there was actually a speech bubble that popped up on the minimap. So I've kind of been keeping an eye out for those, not the literal option of talk in the menu.
As you wish.
Yeah, me too, Niscosta. Oh no, the Imperial troop died. No. Super sad.
You must die here.
Gilbert?
Never have defied the goddess.
But I didn't. Like, I literally didn't.
You shall not pass. I will protect Garreg Mach.
Okay, hands off Flame.
Must protect Garreg Mach. I must protect everyone.
Flame, just get out of here.
We will lend the Empire strength.
Don't worry, we're allies now. I understand you must have many questions, but they'll have to wait until after the battle.
Right. Yeah, you see that literal agent of death and destruction? He's our ally. Are you sure we're not the bad guys? I'm just wondering. Seem to be awfully bad.
Stay focused.
Well, I was going to go after Flame, but then they got there before me. I don't think I can make it to Gilbert in time. Unless...
No use.
Yeah, I gotta be honest, I actually knew the Death Knight would be joining us. That was one of the factoids that was spoiled for me. And I remember thinking, what? Because, I mean, what? Come on. Really? That's where we're going with this. This is a failed endeavor. You know, it's not a failed endeavor.
That's my cue.
I will prevail.
Let's take them out.
Thanks so much.
A great help.
Yeah, no kidding, Miss Costa. I mean, it's pretty clear she wanted us to be something on that throne. They just haven't actually revealed what exactly yet.
Ready.
I don't really know where to send you right now. Let's start sending you down the middle, I guess. Okay. Yeah, I'll deal with Gilbert, you morons. Jesus. Oh god. This imagine if this was much better written. This would be straight up Legacy of Kain, wouldn't it? What kind of game is it when every player claims the same pawn?
Well done.
I can also make an Assassin's Creed 3 reference here if I wanted to. Let's go this route. This seems quicker. You get ready for the big boss fight in the middle, which is totally not happening. We totally don't see the death circles up there. Yeah, Petra, you pull back a bit. You too. You go ahead and head there.
Can I get a...
Hey, Gilbert. Wow, you are good, Gilbert. Good lord.
If you side with the Empire, if you turn your sword on the Church and on the Kingdom, I care not who you are. I will end you just the same.
I suppose there's a pragmatic reason to go after Gilbert myself, but I was doing as like an honoring a decent guy kind of a thing. Not a, you know, death to the enemy kind of a thing. Everyone else just get in position for round 2. Probably Niscosta, but you never know. They might let me actually make positioning a thing. Alright, Gilbert. We gotta finish this before the Death Knight shows up.
Predictable. In my master's name, cannot allow myself to fall here. I must withdraw.
Seteth, Flame, Gilbert, you put your lives on the line to protect us. I would have preferred to have more time to prepare, but we cannot delay any longer. Come forth. Protect Garreg Mach Monastery from those despicable rebels.
I don't think we qualify as rebels by any definition here. What are those? There's Catherine.
I'll crush them all.
I guess I'll go after her myself. There's Cyril.
Her enemies are my enemies.
Oh, they opened the doors for us. That's actually really helpful. Thank you. They are so polite.
Thank you.
Yeah, we're heathens, not rebels. So these are golems. Pretty crappy stats, except their magic is decent. Their defense is decent. They're good against sword, increased magic. Completely immune to terrain damage and better with a lance. That's actually not as impressive as I would think, but whatever. Whatever, death to the church, blah blah blah. Let's go. I'd be surprised if they weren't human-powered, honestly. Who is attacking me? Oh, whatever, I need to lure someone out. Honestly, I want Petra to go over to the middle. You, I got a job for you.
I'll grow a
These guys have 3 health bars, by the way. So that is actually significant.
Nice try.
You know why I like ranged? Because I can do that. Yeah, you just keep being useless, Hubert. Nobody likes you, Hubert. Fall in your book, would you? The hell spell was that? Nobody likes Hubert. Nobody likes Hubert. Damn it! I just noticed they're on artillery, that's why they're doing that. Never mind. Nobody likes Hubert, damn it. Okay, fine. You guys can like Hubert. Two health bars down. Yeah, you want to be worth the damn Death Knight? Stupid jackass. Yep, time for Edelgard to die. That would be funny, wouldn't it?
Unexpected.
Like, legitimately funny. That's a good question, this Ghost. I'm guessing it's a game over. I don't know. I would imagine if either the professor or the faction leader, and probably the faction secondary, dies, that's game over. If I were to guess. Do nothing, Hubert. You're worthless. Nobody likes you. Definitely not all the people in chat who just said they do. They were just confused by his feminine wiles.
I trusted you. Lady Rhea trusted you. I won't let you live after what you've done.
Okay. Ooh, that actually hurt, lady.
Lady Rhea, I'm sorry. Please, stay safe.
Like, that actually hurt me.
You must not die here.
You have to live to the time skip, which we're not at yet.
Nice try.
Linhardt doesn't look feminine. Linhardt looks like a woman. Oh, there you go, Ventures. That's my fault. Let my guard down. Like a dummy. And dead. Oh, wow. He lived through that. I say, Death Knight, you want to be worth a damn? Oh, hey, I finally got healed by having Marianne in my party. That has yet to happen. Maybe it's just because I was low enough? I don't know. Let's see. So... we're going to go here. Then we're going to go here. Dance Dance Revolution. We're pretty much at the 50% mark. I am 90% certain that after this battle, we will have hit the 50% mark. After 5 days of playing. We'll see if the second half is as long as the first. Alright, let's deal with this problem while we're thinking about it. Aw. We've also been going out of our way to basically skip nothing. For once. Like, all the optional stuff, all the side stuff we've been doing. Talking to people every month.
Getting... I will prevail.
One health bar left. Don't think I can do that this round. In fact, I'm 90% sure I can't do that. Hey, Hubert, be worthless. Really? I can't? Ah, there we go. There we go. Get off that. Bernadetta, ladies and gentlemen. Honestly, I think Bernadetta would win that one. Yeah, those strike me as built by the souls of human beings kind of a thing. No, I am the best fighter I have. What you gonna do? Although Bernadetta has been the linchpin of my strategy for a while. Bernadetta is an archer, which is extremely useful in this kind of tactics. And she is a damned good archer. Yeah, I equipped my ranged sword, so that was a mistake.
Each battle, a chance to grow.
This is gonna suck. Well, that wasn't too bad. You might wonder why I bothered to equip this sword. I want to use it against Rhea. Don't I, Venters? Man, I thought you were some big bad guy, Death Knight, even though I've killed you twice. God, I hope so, Cloud of the Stars, at this rate. How we doing? Oh, we got 11 charges left. We're fine, we're fine. Although we can't reach her this turn. That makes me sad. Oh. Okay.
Think this through.
Yeah, so, Cyril? Get out of my way.
Lady Rhea, I couldn't fight hard enough. I'm sorry.
Ding. Cyril, excuse me.
Your sacrifice will not be in vain.
I hope he's not actually dead. That would make me kind of sad. Only a little, but, you know, still a little sad.
You're quite adept.
Yeah, all the other professors are on my team, Venters. Hey, Petra, could you kill that giant golem for me? Thanks.
I am greater now.
No, you were always awesome. The awesome was inside you all along. I am really tempted to let Bernadetta kill Rhea, but just for raw amusement. Hey, what item do you have, I wonder? Let's find out today. But first, let's meet our contestants.
That is that.
What's behind corpse number 1? A blessed bow. Ooh. Ooh. Oh, that's nice. That is going straight on Bernadetta in 5 years. Anyone even need healing? Yeah, sure, you can be healed.
Well done.
Who just healed me? Like a mile away? That would be hysterical, Niscosta.
You fought well.
I love how our ally is just the Death Knight at this point. Alright, you wrap this up.
not an option.
Also true in this Ghost of. Okay. Hi. Hey, do you know this is effective against dragons?
How dare you betray me? You worthless piece of garbage. I will punish you myself.
Okay. Alright, round 2. Let's go. You've got a round 2, right? Like, that wasn't it, right?
I will not allow Garrick Mach or my mother to fall.
Apparently you will. No, this is she's gonna do something, and that's gonna cause the time skip. Here we go. It's ready for the BS. God, don't be terrible. Just that's all I ask. Don't be terrible.
You will not be forgiven.
Okay.
Professor, look out!
The castle is crumbling. We must escape.
Why?
Professor, take cover.
Professor!
What? Am I going to be buried in rubble for 5 years? I mean, I know I said it was Darth Vader, but I didn't mean that literally. Bonus points if you get it. Although he was only under rubble for what, like 5 days or something?
In Imperial Year 1181, the new Adrestian Emperor, Edelgard von Hresvelg, led a strategic assault against the monastery at Garrick Mach. Though her own losses were great,
I just noticed this looks like a dragon head.
Archbishop Rhea commanded the Knights of Seros, leading from the front lines against the Imperial army. After a hard-fought battle, she was forced to retreat to Ferdiad, the capital of Fargus, where she must now plan her next move.
I'm sorry, why was she forced to retreat as a giant death dragon?
The Adrestian Empire officially launched its offensive against the Holy Kingdom of Fargus and the Leicester Alliance. The unification of Fodlan has begun.
So what happens if he joins the church? If you don't mind my asking. Like, I'm not even sure what's causing it other than being buried in rubble for 5 years. Yes. This is you.
Part 2. Crimson Flower. Ethereal.
You know what? No. Actually, I just realized this is a good cutoff point. Let's cut off here.